wishful thinking. Pick myself up and move to the beat of my heart and my soul. Sing a song for the dreamer. I say run, let it shine that glory.
We are Remax, and we are here.
Show is Clinton Cardinals head coach Kevin Lefevre. Coach, welcome to the pregame.
Hey, thanks for having me again.
Absolutely. Well, this past Friday night, the Cardinals traveled to Odessa and took on the defending state champions. Tell me a little bit about that game. And Clinton showed some bright spots, so that's one thing I do want to highlight and say that you guys did have some bright spots.
Yeah, we did some things definitely that we improved on from the first game. It may not look like that in the scoreboard, but, we moved the ball on them at times. We had the ball on their half of the field. Got a field goal attempt out of that. Should have probably took another one. We decided to go for it on fourth down from, their 15-yard line. So, we moved the ball on them fairly well. They just had, again, them big plays early. After that, we kind of settled down. I think they had 14 in the first half. And something that kind of shows with them is, they had a travel squad, too. So, a lot of their those guys were their varsity guys. They didn't play as much JV as California did the week before. So, I know that we did a lot of things to improve. You might not be able to see it on the scoreboard, but I thought we played a much better football game.
Well, one thing I want to throw at you. Last week, you guys had time to prepare for that game. Mm-hmm. This week, you guys were looking to play against the Holden Eagles, but on Wednesday of this week, Holden had to cancel all their football for at least 2 weeks due to COVID-19 infecting their team. How has that affected your guys' strategy going up against, which we do now know that we're going to be playing up against Forsyth?
Yeah, that we definitely are changing some things. Holden likes to throw the ball around. We thought we had a good game plan in place for that.
Right.
You never know when it's going to happen. I guess we all knew it could happen at some point, but about 4:30, I got that call, middle of practice, and so we shut it down that day, and we knew we had to find an opponent, and our administration did a wonderful job at doing that. I know Mr. Abner, our activities director there at Clinton, worked very, very hard to find somebody, and he got us another opponent, and we got film on them yesterday and started that breakdown. So some long nights, but, I think we got a good game plan in for them, and we're excited to play them and grateful for the opportunity to get to play games.
Actually get to play a game. Now, JV for Monday night does not have a team yet. And Jason is still working, trying to obtain an opponent for JV on Monday night.
Yeah, he's still working to find someone. We definitely want our young guys to get games in, and I know he's working very hard on that, and he's the same way. He agrees. He wants us to get as many games as we can there, JV-wise as well, and it's a tough time for everybody right now. I would say the activity directors at every school are probably the busiest guys in the state, but we got faith in them, and we're excited to see what happens.
Absolutely. Do you know anything about Forsyth? What's the record? I haven't had a chance to look that far yet.
Forsyth's 1-1.
Okay.
They played, lost pretty big to Buffalo last week, and then they beat Greenfield the week before. Okay. So, it's a good trip up here for them. Of course, we're excited to get to host them. I believe they're a Class 2 school.
Okay.
But, that's about as much as we've got as far as the scouting goes. Of course, we know what they run and things like that.
Right.
But, the probably the best part about it for myself and my defensive coordinators, we coached against their coach last year. He was at Sweet Springs.
Ah, okay.
So there's some ties there that kind of sped up that breakdown process, thank goodness.
So you have a little bit of an insight to it with you being the former coach of Lincoln High School when Lincoln played Sweet Springs last year. You've seen this guy before, so
yes, exactly.
Be interesting. Okay, well, let's take a quick commercial break, and we'll hear from Mike Keith Insurance, and then we'll be back with more information on the Clinton Cardinals right here on the pregame show.
One phone call is all it takes to reach your personal insurance professionals at the Mike Keith Insurance Agency. With 5 experienced agents ready to provide coverage on auto, home, and other personal insurance coverages, you'll get the quote you need faster at a more competitive rate. Why? Because the agents at Mike Keith Insurance can shop from a variety of insurance companies, like Auto Owners Insurance, on your behalf. They work for you to put together the most affordable and comprehensive coverage for the things you value most. See the team of professionals at Mike Keith Insurance, your local Auto Owners Insurance agent on the north side of the downtown Clinton Square.
Back on the Mike Keith Insurance Clinton Cardinals pregame show with Coach Kevin Lefevre. What do we need to know about the Cardinals heading into tonight's game, such as injuries, illnesses, whatever it may be? Luckily, we are home this week.
Yeah, we are home, and of course, again, on the illness front, we're perfectly good there. We're fine. Injury-wise, we're actually going to get to see some more guys. We got Tate McQueen was banged up a little bit from practice. We didn't get to see him last Friday. He'll be back tomorrow or today. And then J.P. Abernathy will be back as well. I know we were kind of worried about that last Friday, but he'll be back. So we're getting those guys back. A couple younger guys or newer guys that are a little banged up, but again, nothing, season jeopardizing.
Those young guys are just getting used to playing high school ball and stepping up to the big boy game.
Yeah, and they've done wonderful. I mean, I think a lot of fun, or some of the most fun we've had as coaches and really community is the Monday night JV games.
Right.
If you guys haven't had a chance to make it out to one of those kids are playing very hard, and we've been competitive ball games, and it's exciting to see them as well.
You mentioned JP getting back. He was very limited last week. I don't think he did.
No,
did
we
he
didn't dress him out.
Didn't even dress him out. Okay, so he will be back this week. He's a big impact on the special teams, returning the ball. Definitely one thing that I've noticed so far in this season. How much emphasis are you going to put on him coming back from not dressing out last week?
It's going to be kind of a catch-22. I mean, we're going to have him do some different things offensively that we haven't had him do in the past, just to get the ball in his hands, and that will probably mean limiting him on special teams.
Right.
Just so we don't put too much on him. But we're going to try some stuff to get, to give our athletes the ball, and we got some stuff schemed up for this week.
Well, we're very excited to see what you have ready to go for this week, Coach. Getting ready to take on Forsyth here tonight at home, as the schedule was originally scheduled to be in Holden tonight, but we're going to be at home hosting Forsyth, about a 2-hour trip from them. They're going to have a little bit of lag getting off that bus.
Yeah, they are, and I'm sure we would have been willing to go there as well, and we're grateful again that they decided to come up here. It gives us another home game, another chance to play in front of our crowd, especially with the season, like it has been. Right. We don't know anything. So we're very excited. Good opportunity to get that first win of the season.
Well, it could be right around the corner here in just a few minutes, as we're just about 5-10 minutes away from kickoff. Stay tuned right here to Katie for that. Coach, any final comments before I let you go?
I just want to thank everybody, thank the community, and thank our administration at the Clinton School District first and foremost. I know it's been tough on me as a coach just with following everything, but I know it had to have been 10 times harder on them, and it really makes my job pretty easy. So I just want to thank all of them, the community, and you for having me here today.
Absolutely, Kevin. Well, thank you so much, Coach. That's the Clinton Cardinals head coach, Kevin Lefevre, on the Mike Keith Insurance pregame show. You can hear Cardinals football coming up here on 95.3 KDKD. You can also watch the game online at mykdkd.com. Now let's get ready to go out to the field with Spencer Edwards and Doug Neff.
Clinton High School here tonight. As we get ready for football action, it is Doug Neff and Spencer Edwards on the call as the Clinton Cardinals at home. They're going to be taking on the Forsyth Panthers in action. It is a tribute on the field right now to the 9/11 and the 19th anniversary of 9/11. So as we get ready for action coming your way here, and folks, it is going to be a great game as the Forsyth Panthers rescheduled as they were supposed to play, or Clinton was supposed to play the Holden Eagles in action. Of course, our thoughts go out to the players at Holden and the Holden Eagles, Joe Parkhurst and all his crew, for everything going on over there. And hopefully they'll get that underway, and hopefully we can reschedule and have a game back with them here shortly. So as we get ready to go, we're waiting here as they are going through the tribute for the 9/11 coming your way. So as we get ready to go here shortly on the field, it is the car. So as we get ready to go here today, we're going to take a 2-minute timeout. You're listening to high school football action on KD.
Buying insurance isn't something we do every day, and who would want to? That's why business owners have come to depend on the professional expertise at Mike Keith Insurance. You can rely on agents like Chad Mullins, Christian Delosier, and Mike Keith to make your personal and professional life simple. As independent agents representing a variety of companies like Auto Owners Insurance, they can provide coverage for your business that will protect not only your property, but your future as well. Let the professionals at Mike Keith Insurance help you protect that future by calling one of their offices. Mike Keith Insurance, your local, independent auto owners insurance agents.
Hey, Cardinal fans. Oakstar Bank now offers Clinton Cardinal Visa debit cards. You can help raise money for our fighting Cardinals when you use your Oakstar Bank Cardinal debit card. Simply select credit to sign for purchases, and a percentage of each transaction will be given to the Clinton Public Schools. So stand up and show your Cardinal pride with your new Cardinal debit card from Oakstar Bank, located on North 2nd Street in Clinton. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you're thinking about a home purchase, now's the time to get pre-qualified for a home loan. Hawthorne Bank Loan Officer Andy Engelhardt explains.
We've been at it a long time now with that fixed-rate mortgage in town, and now we're all in the mortgages as well. We're beefing up our employee staff here to take care of some more families as quick as we can, and we've got a lot of folks that are trusting us to help them for the second or even third time. It's a very exciting time.
Yeah, it is.
And I still enjoy putting them together and finding the best solution for who comes to see me, because we're here to help them.
Right, because if you can't get along with Andy, you can't get along with anybody.
And everyone in Hawthorne would do the same thing.
Feel like wishful thinking, pick myself up and move to the beat of my heart and my soul, sing a song for the dreamer. I say run, let it shine that glory.
We are Remax, and we are here.
Yeah, and as we've talked about, Doug, this is the new normal, and you're going to have, I think, weeks where there's going to possibly be cancellations, and that's what Clinton ran into with Holden. Unfortunate we weren't able to go up there and see our friend Joe Parkhurst and the Holden Eagles. I know he may be disappointed in that, disappointed that they're not able to play Clinton, but as you said, hopefully eventually they'll be able to get a game lined up maybe next year. But you got to give a lot of credit to Mr. Abner, the AD, and also the AD down at Forsyth to be able to get this game together. Fortunately, Clinton was able to find a team. Forsyth was actually supposed to play Clever tonight. They canceled, and so they had the free week, and then they were able to make the drive up. And, you know, pretty good drive for Forsyth. So you got to tip your cap to them for wanting to play, to come up here about a 2-hour drive as they're a little bit south of Springfield. So just really fortunate to be able to have a game tonight to get week 3 in. Going to be a little bit of rain tonight, so field conditions will be obviously wetter than what we've seen in the first 2 weeks. But I think both teams and all the kids and coaches are just happy that they can get a football game in tonight with all that's going on with the virus and stuff. You want to maximize the amount of games if at all possible, and very, very fortunate. And we know there were some teams that obviously tonight ended up having to cancel as well.
Well, and of course, Tri-Lakes going that way and doing Tri-Lakes Conference is what Forsyth plays in.
Yeah.
Still a younger program going on, but great program. First-year coach for the Forsyth Panthers in Chris Conley. Conley coming from Sweet Springs down to the Forsyth area, and their coach, of course, stepping into Reed Springs. Same as what we've got here with Kevin Lefevre and stepping into the Cardinal football program. They've got the same thing going on that Cardinals do with still new, getting used to programs, getting used to a whole different way of playing football.
No doubt. And as you heard there in the pregame interview, I think, with Clay and Coach Lefevre, these two coaches are familiar with each other. They're both first-year coaches. And Coach Connolly had a great running game when he was the head coach at Sweet Springs, and Coach Lefevre saw that because they played Sweet Springs when Coach Lefevre, of course, was there at Lincoln. So no secrets tonight, Doug, I think, between these two coaches in terms of the scheme. And it should be an interesting ball game. I really feel like these two teams are evenly matched. And I think if Clinton can get off to a good start tonight, which has really been the key the first 2 weeks, they just have not been able to get off to good starts. We saw that last week up at Odessa. They get down early, 21-0. But tonight, if you can start fast, I think you're going to be comparable in terms of athletes with this Forsyth team. But the key is getting points early and settling in.
Absolutely, and I think one of the keys to this game, of course, with the weather being involved, it will be the running game.
Yes.
Great running game for the Cardinals with Jace Olson, the leader in that backfield. But run defense, on the other hand, a little bit sore. Hopefully, Coach Lefevre has an opportunity to shore that up this week because he's definitely going to need it. It looks like the Cardinals are going to be receiving the opening kickoff from the Panthers, and of course we are getting ready for action here. Pre-game, of course, Mike Keith Insurance, glad to have them along, and the great folks with Banks Motors, and the halftime show, Oak Star Bank, Integrity Floors, Hawthorne Bank, Doty Legacy Group, Greg Smith, Forward Lincoln Mercury, along with Atkins Printing, Lincoln Community Care Center, Troby Maytag Appliance, Heartland Hospice, Truman Lake Manor, and GVMH. All sponsors. Kick is away. Squib kick going down the field. Going to be fielded down by the 13 of Balky. Balky downs the ball, 25. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, nobody really wanted to get that ball there. And fortunately, Matt just like, well, I'll take it, a couple of hops. And that's dangerous kind of tonight in a night where you've got a slick field out there. So good job by Matt just covering that ball up and going down, and you still have respectable field position to start this first series.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Looking down, it will be Logan Spear. Spear, the starting quarterback for the Clinton Cardinals, as he stands in the shotgun. 2 men in the backfield with him. We talked about the 3 of Jace Olson, the 1 of Abernathy back there with him. Twin receivers to the right. Snap is away. Hands off Olson. Olson across the middle, finds a hole, gets across the 25 to about the 28-yard line, where he is brought down a gain of 3.
And as we said at the top, Doug, it's going to be the name of the game. I think which team establishes that running game here first tonight is going to have some success, and that's what you see a lot of times when you have games played in wetter conditions. But that was a nice stick there in the middle by the Panthers as they took away that cutback lane. And that's what we saw last week with Olson. He tries to run in between the tackles, and that's where you got to be quick on those cuts.
It is 2nd down. Call it 7 for the Cardinals. Cardinals in shotgun. Spear takes the snap, looks downfield, has a man open, and caught. That is Abernathy for the catch. And it looks like they're going to mark him at about the 34-yard line. Up 33, and he is going to be brought down. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 for the Cardinals.
Oh, and that's a beautiful catch by JP. Laid out for that. The corner made a diving attempt on the play as well there for Forsyth. Couldn't come up with it. Well-thrown ball, so that's just a great completion. And good to see JP back out there tonight because he was injured last week.
It is 3rd down. Call it 2 for the Cardinals. Cardinals in the shotgun, takes the snap, hand off Abernathy. Abernathy comes up. Can he get across the line going vertical and cannot get the turn and the corner? He is dropped for a loss at about the 30-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 5 for the Cardinals.
And that is a big-time play by Kellen Hendricks. I mean, he made an outstanding play defensively there, and that's just where you got to tip your cap. He came, ran him to the side, got him angled away just like you're supposed to, and broke down and made the tackle. So it's just not anything JP could do on that one. So this is a big call here early, Doug. Looks like they're going to go for this on 4th down in their own territory.
Seen a lot of this last week at Odessa. Fourth down was good to the Cardinals. We're going to see if it's going to be good tonight with the weather. It is Spear takes the snap, looks downfield, has a man open. It's Polkey just out of his reach. That is going to be a flip of downs. It's going to go possession to the Panthers.
Yeah, King, I think the intended receiver there on just overshot him. Boy, I like the play call, though, Doug. It was set up perfectly. King had a step on the corner. Ball just a little bit overthrown. But I still like the call, though, going ahead and just trying to get some confidence early. I think that's what Coach Lefebvre feels like. You know, you just got to get off to good starts. But now your defense is setting in a spot where it'll be tougher here to make a stand.
Spears still need to develop that touch on that ball to get that to him. It is a handoff this time across the 27. Hill on his feet across the 15, and he is down by Jace Olson. That is the 27 for the Panthers. That is Gorgon Strong.
Nice name for a running back, Strong, for sure. And he just had a big hole there. That was just a blast play off right tackle, nothing too fancy, and was able to get to the second level.
No huddle. Handoff once again. This time the 21 in, 27 Strong in for the touchdown. Looking for the indication. Did he make it? Yep, touchdown.
Yeah,
for the Panthers.
He's a powerful back, Doug. I mean, he has a nice center of gravity, runs with good balance, and I tell you, he looks like he's going to be tough to stop tonight. That was just the same play. They came back to that off right tackle, and there was just nobody at the second level. So quick strike there, and that's where Forsyth, taking advantage of that short field and made Clinton pay a little bit after going for that on fourth down.
Looking for the extra point. Flag on the play. It looked like one of the Cardinals jumped offsides. Going to be half the distance.
Yeah, they're going to come back on, looks like, Doug. They're going to go ahead and go for a two-point conversion, I believe, here, now that it's half the distance. So Coach Connolly feels like, hey, we got a little closer, and we're going to go ahead and take a shot. But you can already see with a guy like Strong is their feature back, and this guy we know likes to run the ball. So, I mean, Cardinals got to get prepared because it's going to be a heavy dose of Corrigan Strong, I think, tonight. And they had a good running back when he was at Sweet Springs, too. So they really run that one-back feature type offense.
Creason with the keeper. He gets in for two. Holding the call against the Panthers.
Yeah, that was a quick call there. Really quick holding call. You usually don't see it call it quite that quick, but I guess that's what enabled Creason there to get to the outside. And so looks like they're going to say, we're going to go ahead and now kick the extra point because that'll move it back 5.
Going back this time to the 10-yard line, or past, so a 10-yard.
And that's got to be frustrating for Coach Connolly because he said, look, we just had the two-point conversion, and now we're forced to come back onto the field and try this deeper extra point.
And it will be the 11 of Creason on the hold. Oh, hits the goal post and bounces out by Pablo Comer. No good, so that makes it 6-0 in favor of the Forsyth Panthers. We're going to take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to high school football action on KDKD.
Hi, this is Sandy with Integrity Floors. Have you been looking for that unique decorative item or that one-of-a-kind special gift? Well, we may have just what you're looking for. We have a large selection of vases, clocks, wall hangings, decorative tables and shelves, baskets, potpourri, lamps. You name it, we may have it. We've expanded our line of home decor, and we have something for everyone. If you haven't been to our showroom lately, come by and see us. That's Integrity Floors, 1806 East Ohio Street, next to West Lakes in Clinton. Integrity. Our name says it all. Come see us.
When you hit that critical time of life, considering what will happen with your estate when you're not here, we have more than 30 years of experience helping others make those decisions. When we say call us at Doty Legacy Group, the key word is legacy. It's all about taking care of you and getting it to the next generation the best way possible. Call us at 660-885-8835.
Welcome back to Clinton High School here tonight. Doug Neff and Spencer Edwards on the call with you. It is 6-0 in favor of the Panthers of Forsyth. Panthers set to kick off to the Clinton Cardinals once again. They are set to go, and we were just talking about the running back for the Forsyth Panthers. Definitely a good-looking back. This time, it's squib kick once again, but it was fielded up by the up man, and that is the 74 for the Cardinals, and that is Isaac Tennell. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cardinals, and really good field position.
Yeah, even better field position now this time for the CHS offense. So Cardinals got to come back here early. This is the thing. You know, they've gotten down the first 2 games, and you got to counterpunch. You got to be able to respond quickly on drives like this.
It is twins in the back, twin receivers to the right, single to the left. Jace Olson with the ball. He gets a handoff, gets crossed, and maybe a gain of 1 or 2 for Jace Olson.
Yeah, Olson taken down there by Easton Nida, making a nice play for the Panthers. And they're flying around. Forsyth haven't brought any blitzes yet. They're playing pretty much 3-4-man front to this point. They got a big dude there in the middle, though. 71. They don't have the weights and heights listed, but boy, he's a big guy right there at nose guard for Forsyth up on that front.
I think he could put a 3rd number on there somewhere. It is snap to Spear. This time to Abernathy. Abernathy with the ball comes across the 50. He's in Panther territory across the 40 and into about the 39-yard line. He is wrestled down by the Panthers, but a first down for the Cardinals.
Yeah, JP running with confidence right there. I mean, just put the foot in the ground and just boom, made that cut. I mean, that's what you want to see right there. That's a great job by JP, full head of steam, and we know he's got the speed once he gets out in the open field, and you just saw it there, but it's just making that decision, knowing where you want to go, and then boom, let the speed take care of itself, and that's what JP did that time. That's a great, great play.
1st and 10, ball spotted on the 40 of the Panthers. It is Spear in the shotgun. One man, Olson in the backfield with him. This time takes the snap, looks downfield, looks for a man, has a man. It is Abernathy. Abernathy with the catch, and good into about the 18-yard line for as he goes down, looks going to see where they're going to spot it. Great catch by Abernathy.
And JP, I mean, what a game right now for JP. I mean, that's his 2nd great catch that he's made. I mean, the boy came to play tonight, and we just saw him with that nice run. That's a great little double move, little pump to the outside, and then, boom, came further down the field, and great throw from Spears. So that's a big-time play. Back-to-back big plays for JP.
23-yard pass and catch for the duo. It is Spear. The pitch to Abernathy. Comes to the near side. He makes the cut. He is across the 10. Wrestles down at about the 6 before he is brought down by Forsyth.
And they're feeding him the ball. I mean, they're feeding him the football right now, Doug, and I like it. You know, he's got the hot hand. 2 nice runs, and then that big catch. So this drive right here is all J.P. Abernathy for sure.
Spencer, this is the Abernathy we saw last year in action. Glad to have him back. It is first down. They're calling first down. Ball on the 7-yard line. It is Spear in the backfield. Looks in. Man set. Now takes the snap. Oh, bad snap. See who's going to end up with it. I believe the Cardinals are.
Well, they blew that dead, Doug, quick. They blew that dead, and Forsyth obviously thought they had it, but I think they went ahead. Well, the Cardinals very fortunate there because you're right. Had they let that play out, I think Forsyth would have had possession, but I think they're going to give that to Clinton.
Well, thing is, wet ball, and that's what I think you can attribute that to. But it really takes them back.
Yes, it does. Yeah, that's a big loss. At least, 10 yards on that back to about the 19.
Yeah, they were at the 1, so it would have been 2nd down and 1. Now it's 3rd down, called 11 for the Cardinals as they are on the 19-yard line. Spear looks in the shotgun. He has twin receivers to the right, twins to the left. Now takes a snap, looks downfield, cuts across, man open. Oh, great coverage by Forsyth as they are keying now on J.P. Abernathy.
They sure are. They put 2 guys on him there, and that's where Logan forced the ball maybe a little bit into double coverage, but you know he wants J.P. to get the football there the way J.P.'s had plays on this drive. You know, you want to feed him the ball, but as you said, they're going to start trying to take him away, and that's where you just got to be very, very careful. But Strong, the outside linebacker, kind of dropped back in coverage there and kind of was the extra man back on Abernathy for the extra coverage after it looked like he was going to blitz initially. So Cardinals, unfortunately, going to have to attempt the field goal here, Doug, after they fumbled snap, moved him out of the goal line spot. And this is not going to be an easy field goal either with the rain coming down.
Dylan Bloom on to kick. High snap. Bloom gets the ball. He takes off. The Garo Yepremian takeoff by the kicker here tonight, and he is wrestled out of bounds at the 20.
Yeah, boy, just an unfortunate end there to that drive because, I mean, you had just two outstanding catches by Abernathy. Then he had the big run, so they were knocking on the door. But as we talked about, field conditions are an issue, and I think almost we look out there now and the rain appears to be coming down harder. So that definitely had a factor on those last two plays. And Forsyth, they've got to feel like they're very, very fortunate.
Well, I think the Cardinals know now they can move this ball.
Yeah.
That is going to be a good thing out of that. But at the same point, it is Forsyth now in motion, comes across, and again cuts up through the center, looking to see who it is. Believe it's the 1 for Forsyth as they come across. That would be Jonathan Goodwin. Oh, excuse me. 4, Buck Sanders, they said, on the carry.
And I think, there's just going to be no secret to what Forsyth wants to do. And that's where if you're Clinton, you just got to be prepared. You can see if you're watching on camera how many guys they've got up on the line. Clinton with 5-6 guys in the box as we've got movement here, and this is going to be offside on Clinton. But that's going to be the key. You've just got to find a way to stop the run because Forsyth, they're not going to really look to throw much in this game. So that's where you've really got to be packing it in and force them to do something other than run up the middle on you, and you got to kind of pull them out of that running game.
Ball 1st and 5 on the 38-yard line. Forsyth now under center. Calls out, takes a snap, looks downfield, looking for a man open. He's got it. Twin receivers just off the hands of the, looks like the 17 of a.
I think that was Strong.
Was it Strong?
Yeah, 2-7.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course they leak him out of the backfield, and that's where they tried to catch Clinton napping because you're just focused on Strong as a running back, and then boom, he comes out of there, and he was open. But that's another case of a wet football right there. I think
absolutely.
It just went right through those paws.
And it was in the hands. Great pass.
Yeah.
But
just
it
was
could
right
not
there.
hold on.
Yeah, it would have been a big gain for sure.
2nd down and 5. They took the chance downfield. Now hands off this time. Keying on him and wrestled him down at the 40-yard line. Short gain by the 19. That is Carter Mahan.
And here's where you put them in a 3rd down now, and you feel like they kind of maybe have to pass on this, even though it's 3rd and, manageable. We'll call it 4, I guess. So they do have the option, I think, here of running or passing. But this is important. You want to put them in these 3rd down type situations where they have to throw more times than not. They go sneak.
Flag on the play as a sneak away. It looks like early movement by the Panthers. That's going to knock it back 5 yards.
Yeah, that's a costly penalty there, too, because I think he probably would have had the 1st down or he would have been awfully close to it. So Cardinals catch a break on that penalty back to the 35, it looks like.
It's going to be 3rd down. We're going to call it 8 for the Forsyth Panthers as they come across. We talked earlier in the pregame show, 1-1 on the Panthers as they took on Greenfield and took them apart 67-12 for their first game, but they were beaten by a tough Buffalo 49-0. It is a keeper this time by the quarterback as he finds a man open on the near side, the 19 of Mahan, and he is wrestled on the sideline by the 3 of Jace Olson, but not before a 1st down for the Panthers.
Creason just barely got that ball away and just kind of one of those throw it up for dear life plays, and it ends up working as Long, the wide receiver on the near side, able to find that crease up the sideline. So Forsyth able to keep the drive alive with a big pass play.
1st and 10 in Cardinal territory is the Forsyth Panthers. It is a handoff, delayed handoff, 2nd man through, this time to 27. We were talking about earlier, that is Strong. Strong wrestles for yardage, but just comes up short of the 1st down. It's going to be 2nd down, about 1 for Forsyth.
Yeah, Strong, though, he's been good for 4 or 5 yards a carry at least. They have not been able to slow him down as of yet, and that's one of those plays, as you said, 2nd man through. He's got that lead blocker on that right side off right tackle, and that's been the play. They've run balls out here.
No, Creason with a keeper.
He fumbled the ball,
yeah, you're right.
But they did get it, barely. Yeah, he fumbled that snap, and this is where we see the ball really starting to get wet, Doug. I mean, they're really having ball security issues right now, both teams. We saw Clinton fumble the snap. We saw him botch the field goal, and there's a fumbled snap there. So 3rd down and short.
3rd and 2 for the Panthers of Forsyth. Ball on the 38-yard line, looking in for the play. Now look at their wristbands. They are set and ready to go. The 11 of Creason under center. Looks in. Man in motion coming across this time. He keeps his feet. He almost knocked down the 27 of Strong. He is going to be close to that first down.
Very close, and that's where Strong, he's got good balance as a running back. If you're watching on our video stream tonight, you can tell he runs really low to the ground, compact runner, and he's got the first down by about a yard. So that's where that first contact, they had him, but he's able to bounce off of that with that good balance, puts that arm down for more balance, as all good running backs can do, and able to move the sticks.
Jace Olson on the stop for the Cardinals, but not before a first down by Strong. It's going to be 1st and 10. Ball just short of the 35-yard line as they are in Cardinal territory. Creason under center looks at man in motion, takes off, whistles blow, flags fly. False start again on the Panthers.
Yeah, both teams having tough times with penalties. We've seen a few of them here in this first quarter, but Forsyth is kind of funny, Doug. They run the old wing tee, and you just don't see that too much anymore. 3 backs in the backfield, you got the 2 wing backs. I mean, that's old school football. That's Randy Morrow, Warsaw football back in the day, where you just pound the ball up the middle. You run the option. So they love that old-fashioned running game, and it's real compact, and it makes it hard to stop because you've got your linemen are quick off the ball, the blocks develop quickly, and it's a tough running attack. Here's the option right here.
Option pitch back, Strong with the ball still on his feet, breaks a tackle, breaks another, keeps going, gets near the 20. It's going to be a flag on the play.
Whew, that's a big-time run there by Strong. I mean, he lowered the boom down the field, but we'll check the flag.
Maybe not. I thought there was a flag on the far side, but
okay. Yeah, no flag there. It doesn't appear. So, or no, they did. I think they gave him a sideline warning.
Yep.
So, sideline warning on Forsyth, and that still should be a first down, though. Or no, he just said on red.
Yeah, I would believe that was thrown on the far side.
Yeah, so I guess the sideline
was against the Cardinals.
But I thought he had pointed towards the Forsyth bench, but nonetheless, that's still a chunk play for Forsyth, and they're coming up with some big plays on this drive. We saw the big pass play they had on that 3rd down to keep the drive alive, and now Strong is having his way here on this drive running the ball.
Creason under center, man in motion once again. Hands off this time to the 4, still on his feet. He gets across. He's going to be close. Looks like they're going to spot it about the 2-yard line. It's going to be a first down for the Panthers as they come across. That is the 4, I believe, Buck Sanders.
Yeah, that's Sanders with his 4th carry. And seems like they trade carries with, Strong is the feature back, the main guy, and then they've got Sanders back there as well. That's going to get some touches, but goal line here and 1st and goal.
First down, goal to go. It's going to be a keeper by Creason. Creason comes to the near side. Touchdown for the Panthers. Forsyth, and the quarterback keeps it, just runs it right over his right-hand side and gets it in.
Just right behind right tackle, and that's one of those plays where you're down on the 1-yard line. It's pretty easy to call that play because it's just straight ahead. Let those big boys up front do the work, and then Forsyth off to an impressive start here with the 12-0 lead.
Looking to see what they are going to do. Looks like they're going to go for 2. Creason under center. Or in the backfield now, a keeper this time, the 14, I believe. Yep, 14 of Nick Guy.
I think they did say Creason. Yeah, Creason on the keeper on that.
It was the 11 of Creason.
He faked it to Guy, and, boy, that's another touchdown for him, and that, of course, is the 2-point conversion. So their running game, it's very quick. You get those fakes in and out. And a compact running game, it's something that a lot of defenses this day and age, when everything's spread out, they're not used to seeing. So it's very tough to defend, and Clinton will have to get a handle on it here.
Made up for that missed field goal. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to high school football action on KDKD.
Greg Smith, Ford, Lincoln Mercury. Our people treat you right.
Well, how about that? They just got it out of the beauty shop. That's a 2020 Colorado ZR2, Howard says. These crew cab four-wheel drive. It's got 1,800 miles on it. That's right, Deb, 1,800. Local truck right here in town. You need to come out and take a look because it will not last.
Welcome back to Clinton High School. Hey, Doug Neff and Spencer Edwards on the call with you. It is 14-0 in favor of the Forsyth Panthers here from Clinton High School as we get ready. Of course, the tribute to 9/11 and the heroes of 19 years ago. It's been 19 years.
You know, Doug, I was thinking about that today, and all these kids were not born.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how long it's been now. I mean, it's just incredible to think that it's been 19 years on what was just obviously just such a horrific day. And it's something now these kids learn the history of it in school. And it's kind of almost becoming like Pearl Harbor Day for my generation. You know, I was alive, but very young, obviously, at the time of 9/11. Wasn't around during Pearl Harbor, and so it's kind of like these kids now, you know, they read about it in the history book, and it's like Pearl Harbor for me, you know.
Me neither. I wasn't around.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Yeah, I do.
I mean, I'm old, but I'm not
sure?
that old.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure.
You sound like Steve Stevens and Clayton in the morning.
Well, I wasn't
now.
implying that you were around for Pearl Harbor. I was implying I wasn't, but the fact is that it's been that long, and it's hard to believe. It really is.
But as we get ready for action here, of course, we pay tribute to the Patriots and Patriots Day here today. And kickoff going in. Again, a squib kick. This time it's going to be downed by the Cardinals. This time at about the 50-yard line, so best field position they've had to start.
Yeah, and I have no clue what they're doing on that squib kick. I mean, it's really just pointless to do that. You know, it's obviously not an onside kick, but I don't know. Some schools do that. You know, they do that intentional squib kick, but I've just never really understood it. It's like, why not kick it deep if you can? Because you're giving the team, you know, you're kicking to, you're just giving them a short field. So,
yeah, but in their defense, in this case, with the wet ball.
With the wet ball, right. Yeah, that's the one side to it where you can justify it, I guess, but I don't know. I just think you're giving a team a short field, but you got to take advantage of it, though.
Spear handoff to Abernathy. Abernathy cuts back. He's going to either get to the line of scrimmage or just short. We're going to see where they spot this ball at.
Yeah, I think he had some forward progress there. At least, maybe. Yeah, no, I guess he
lost about a yard.
Did lose a yard. Yeah, he was close to getting back, but did not. So
it is second down. It's going to be 11 for the Cardinals. Abernathy could not penetrate that line.
Very important drive here, Doug. I mean, you really, really need some points here, and you know, Forsyth has come out and established that early momentum, and you know, Cardinals have had some positive movement of the football down the field. They moved it far earlier in the game tonight than they did the first 2 weeks, but need some points.
It is Spear with the ball. Turns around. Pitch is off. Abernathy across the 50 to about the 46-yard line before he is wrestled down. I believe the 5 of Dalton Hankins on the stop.
Yeah, and Abernathy, they're still feeding him the football, trying to get him he's very, very close to breaking that sweep play. We saw him on that previous series, almost broke it, and he's very, very close. So he's the feature right now in this offense, and he's had a great start to this game. Also had a couple of deep catches, but they're going to have time here, looks like, maybe for one more play in the first quarter.
Third down. We're going to call it 7. Snap is away. It is Spear. He finds a man downfield. Cannot hold on. Incomplete, intended for the 17 of Jake Wurzig.
Yeah, it's a nice play there by Hankins to knock that ball out, just one-on-one, and Hankins, the corner, making the play. So after one, looks like 14-0, so we'll go to the second when we come back.
You're going to take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to high school football action on KDKD.
Atkins Printing would like the opportunity to enhance your business with their printing expertise. Atkins Printing is ready to take on all your printing projects, from letterhead and business cards to envelopes and flyers. If you can put it on paper, Atkins Printing can do it. Bring your next job to Atkins Printing, your new partner in business printing. Just give them a call at 885-5509. Atkins Printing, proud sponsors of Clinton Cardinal Sports.
During times like these, people are facing hardships in their day-to-day lives. It has become difficult for seniors to get the attention and care they need at home. At Lincoln Community Care Center, we know just how difficult these times can be, and we are committed to providing you with the quality care you need. We offer a safe and welcoming environment filled with highly skilled staff. If you or a loved one find yourself in need of attentive care, come see us at Lincoln Community Care Center, where caring and kindness matter. 660-547-3322.
And welcome back to Clinton High School. It is second quarter action, 14-0 in favor of the Forsyth Panthers. With the call, Spencer Edwards.
Hey, thank you, Doug, as we go to quarter number 2. Right now, all running game for Forsyth. They've taken advantage of a couple short fields and put some points on the board. Also took advantage of a fumbled field goal attempt for the Cardinals. So now Clinton trying to do something with the football, facing a 4th down and 7 from the Forsyth 47. Now they will go ahead and punt it away. They had Spear back there, but Olsen will punt, and it's a punt that goes into the end zone for a touchback.
Flag on the play, though, Spencer.
Yes, sir. Laundry on the far side. So we've seen several of those.
I'd say this one's going to go against the Cardinals.
Several penalties on both sides in his first half, so they're discussing over on the far side, and we will have the call momentarily.
As we get running across, here comes the man in the white hat. He's going to tell us what is going on.
It's like an illegal shift on Clinton. Penalties declined, so it'll be Forsyth football. And that rain, I think, has let up a little bit, maybe, trying to look out there in those lights, and I think it's not coming down quite as heavy.
In fact, I'd almost say it stopped.
Yeah, I think it, but the field, of course, still pretty wet. And this is where you're happy to have that sprint turf on a night like tonight. I'd say that old grass field tonight wouldn't hold up so well.
I thought of that when I was walking across that. I was like, oh, thank goodness it's turf.
No question. So first down at 10 for Forsyth, as they've had an impressive start, up a couple of scores, and now start from the 20. Full house backfield, 3 backs in the backfield with the 2 wing backs. They go up the middle. First man through in a big hole out over the 30 to the 40, and stiff-arming his way all the way over midfield, where these running backs have been solid.
Balky playing rodeo on that one.
No doubt. And that was Carter Mahan, his first carry of the night. We've seen a lot of Strong and a lot of Sanders, but Mahan has not gotten into the act until now, but he rips off about a 30-yard run all the way across midfield to the Clinton 48.
Matt Balky riding him down and out of bounds for the stop.
And that might have been a touchdown-saving tackle there for Matt. Full house backfield again. A fake first man through, go off left tackle to the second man, and that'll be Sanders pounding his way over the 40 down to the Clinton 38 before they wrestle him down, and almost is going to have another first down. Gain of 8.
Looking to see who is the leader on that. I'm going to go to 72, Tyler Lawson. Lawson with a couple good tackles so far this year. Or this game, I'm sorry.
And Strong and Sanders, they are really good downhill runners. I mean, they put those guys both at the wingback spots, and they have been very, very tough to stop thus far. So second, we'll call it a short yard for the Panthers on the move again here, leading 14-0 with 11:08 to go in the first half. Creason takes the snap, gets a block off left tackle from Strong. Ball is out, but they're going to call him down, but he will have the first down. So
on the stop, the 53 for the Cardinals, that is Caleb Smith.
Knee was down after that ball popped out of there. So only needed a yard gain of about 3. So new set of downs for the Panthers to the Clinton 36 as they get the play in on those wristbands from the sideline. First-year head coach Chris Connolly, as Doug mentioned there at the top. Coach Connolly for Forsyth and Coach Lefevre, very familiar with each other, played against each other, or their teams played against each other when Coach Lefevre was at Lincoln and Coach Connolly was at Sweet Springs. And Lincoln had them on the schedule for several years. They go up the middle here, fullback dive, and a first down, or awfully close to, depending on the spot. Sanders with the call.
Lawson once again on the stop.
All the way to the Clinton 25 and a gain of 10. They'll give him the first.
Tyler Lawson getting an ankle as he was going down, just enough to trip up the back and for the stop on that play. But like Spencer said, 1st and 10 for the Forsyth Panthers.
And the Panthers getting yards and chunks on this series. Wing backs to both sides. Sanders in motion. They'll go fullback dive up the middle. Big hole across the 20 to the 10. Shedding a tackle at the 5 and diving to the goal line, but he's going to be just short. That is Mahan. And they're going to put him down at about the yard.
Problem, though, Jace King on the stop, but he came up hobbling just a touch and trying to shake something off, it looks like.
First down and goal coming up. So they have averaged about 10 yards a carry on this drive here. And knocking on the door for another touchdown. Creason under center. Just a sneak up the middle, and he plows easily into the end zone for the touchdown. So second touchdown tonight for Creason. And that'll give the Panthers a 20-0 lead with 10:04 to go in the first half. Creason's had those easy ones, Doug. Hey, that's his second one, but it's also at the goal line like the first one was. And, of course, he had another one on a 2-point conversion.
Reminds me of another quarterback just about an hour north of here last night.
Yes, it sure does. So the extra point coming up here from Pablo Comer. Hit the upright on his first one, but nails that one right down the middle. And the Panthers get the lead out to 3 touchdowns now, 21-0, 10:04 to go. First half of football here in Week 3 from Clinton High School tonight. We'll take a timeout of 60 seconds. Back with the kick after this on KDKD.
Stop into Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center to discover a world of possibilities in one oven with the new KitchenAid Smart Oven Plus. It brings together a collection of oven-powered grill, baking stone, and steamer attachments with connected cooking to tap your full culinary potential. Come into Troby's Maytag today to learn how the KitchenAid Smart Oven Plus with powered attachments is more than an oven. Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. Just take the 2nd Harrisonville exit and turn north on Plaza Drive.
If you're looking for great opportunities to volunteer and serve, consider Heartland Hospice. Volunteering is a great way to be involved and provide help to others in need. Call for details 660-679-4300. With Heartland Hospice, opportunities abound, including helping with office support tasks, staying with patients so family can run errands or get rest, and keeping vigilance with patients as needed, as well as other opportunities. Volunteering also looks great on college applications and resumes and keeps you involved in your communities. Call the office in Butler today for more information, 660-679-4300.
Welcome back, Clinton Cardinal High School here tonight. And set to kick off for the Panthers. And receiving deep for the Cardinals. And back to Spencer.
Comer will kick, and here's another squib kick. Kind of pops it up in the air a little bit. So they're really making Clinton field the ball on that wet turf tonight. Clinton able to cover that one up at about the 46.
Now that one makes sense. Got a little bounce to it. Got a little
that was
spin.
More of almost not really an onside, but it made it more difficult as opposed to just kind of kicking it right into the ground, which they'd done on the first couple. But honestly, like you said, I mean, with the field being wet and then Clinton not able to get points out of it, I think Forsyth is probably just going to say, hey, we're going to keep kicking it short and just squibbing it and making you field it. And we'll go ahead and, we won't worry about giving them the short field. So Clinton trying to answer back here. First and 10 from the 46. Spear back to pass. Pumps right. Moves back left. Now scrambling back to his right. Still looking downfield, and the pass is caught by King at midfield. That's a great catch and a nice job by Spear keeping that alive, too.
I don't know how you gauge that because it's a gain of about 2, but Spear ran 20 yards to, get that.
He ran a long way, that is for sure. So the gain isn't a lot by any means, but you still get some positive yards to about the 47.5, make it about the 48. So second, and we'll call it long 7. So it's going to be a line of scrimmage breaking here for Clinton, and they're going to send twins to the right, one to the left. And twins in the backfield as well with Spear. Here comes Strong, left side, going to blitz off the edge. They run to the opposite side, hand off to Abernathy, and he is hemmed in. Look out. He went down hard there.
Again, could not cut the corner and make it upfield. He got back to about the line of scrimmage, so there's going to be no gain, but it's going to be 3rd down and 8.
And that's really the first play, Doug, where they've stopped JP on that little end-around sweep play. Abernathy's had a great first half for CHS. He's accounted for over half of their total yards in the first half offensively, and that time they were able to keep him from cutting back inside. So no gain on the play.
And you got to think they're going to pass on this 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and 8, and usually a passing situation, they'll spread it way out. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and Olsen in the backfield. Spear has the snap out of the shotgun. Back to pass. Out in the flat. Dumps it off right side to Olsen. Turns it upfield. Gets across midfield. Breaks a tackle to 45. And he's got the first down all the way to the 40.
First down and in Panther territory. And did some damage on the way down as the 48 shooken up on that play for Forsyth. That is Hunter Cardwell that made the stop and took the damage on that stop.
He sure did, and that was just well designed because you had the defense all spread out with the 4 wide receivers, and you just throw that little dump off, and Olsen's got all that running space out in the middle because they were back playing coverage. They didn't want to give up anything deep, so well-executed play for Clinton. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals at the Forsyth 40. Spears passes in and out of the hands of J.P. Abernathy. Boy, that was right on target, but that's just a wet football. And J.P. unfortunately couldn't reel that one in.
He was catching that too close to his body and then instead of bringing it in.
Yeah, could have brought the hands out a little bit and sets up 2nd down and 10 for the Cardinals. On what really I think is a must-score drive here, down 21-0 and needing some points before the half. Looks like the Panthers going to set up a 3-man front here. 2 wide receivers to the right for the Cardinals, 1 to the left, 2 backs in the backfield out of the shotgun set. Spears going to hand it off in between the tackles this time, and a short gain on the play. I believe that's Olsen on the call, and a short gain of about a yard or 2.
See where they spotted at. Maybe short two on the gain. 3rd down, it's going to be 8.
Another 3rd down situation, and this was exactly what they had a moment ago where they had the completion to Olsen on a 3rd and 8, now trying to convert again to keep the drive alive. 3 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left, empty backfield from the Forsyth 38. Forsyth going to rush 3. Spear gets rid of it, and a pass in and out of the hands of King as he was open sort of at about the 35. Had a guy closing quick, though, and that was going to be a tough catch to make either way.
Not only that, but where he was at wouldn't have been enough for the first down. It would have been 4th and manageable, but 4th down.
Right, yeah, it would have been a tough spot, and they might have gone for it. We'll see what they want to do here.
They've been doing damage on the 4th down, though, Spencer.
4th and 8. Boy, this is a tough call. You're tempted to go for it. Looks like they will. You're in there half of the field, about the 38, so big opportunity for Clinton. 4th and 8. They will go for it at the Forsyth 38. 4 wide receivers. Spear back to pass with time in the pocket. Airs it out deep left side. And it's off the hands, incomplete, but a flag is down. Flag down at about the Forsyth 28.
Almost where you would think pass interference on Forsyth.
And we're about to find out. This is going to be a big call here. And the contact would have had to occur then before the ball was in play there for the catch. Must have occurred during the route as it was being run. And it's going to be a hold on Forsyth. So they called the hold, I think, on the corner, and that'll be enough, I believe, for the first down.
Looked like he grabbed the receiver as he was going downfield, and that's what the call was.
Yep. So Cardinals will catch a break there and get the first down out of it. Line of scrimmage to the spot of the foul at the 28-yard line of Forsyth. So a new set of downs for Spear and the Cardinal offense. 3 wide receivers this time. And watch the blitz near side. Strong coming up. He's going to blitz. And they're going to give it to Abernathy. And he's slung backwards. Spins out of the tackle, though, and is able to get 1, maybe 2 yards. Boy, they spun him around, but I think he got at least 2 out of it, Doug.
He got met there at the line, and instead of trying to tackle him, I don't know what they were trying to do, but they just spun him, and he spun out of that and ended up making positive yardage. Just 1, but it's going to be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, they'll give him about a yard, I think, and now to the 27.5, so 2nd down and 9. 5:41 left here in this first half of football. Twins in the backfield. That'll be Abernathy and Olsen. Spear with the snap. Little toss pitch right side to Olsen. Angling right and not able to cut it back in. That's a nice job by Forsyth defensively. Boy, they had 3 guys out there stringing it out, and the lead defender on the play was the 52 of Easton Nida.
Great pursuit by the Forsyth Panthers on that play to zero in on who was taking that ball. And, of course, they probably face that day in, day out in practice in that 3-headed monster that they've got in the backfield.
And that's a loss on that play of 4. So 3rd down and 14 now for the Cardinals. That is a big defensive play for Forsyth to put the Cardinals in another tough 3rd down spot. Abernathy going to be directed. Well, he started right. Now he's going to come back to the backfield and get set up back there with Olsen. And now, Coach Lefebvre going to take a timeout. There was just some confusion on that play for sure. So Cardinals going to take one here. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second timeout as well. 4:44 left in the first half. Forsyth leading at 21-0 back in 30 here on KDKD.
If you or a loved one is in need of skilled care, choose Truman Lake Manor. We're locally owned. Our daily rates are up to 50% less than what some of the big corporate care facilities charge, but our level of care is second to none. Residents love our outdoor courtyard, daily activities, and experienced staff that become far more than just caregivers. Truman Lake Manor, affordable living with people who care. 600 East 7th Street, Lowry City, Missouri, 417-644-2248.
Back here at Cardinals Stadium, 4:44 left in our first half. Spencer Edwards, Doug Neff with you here tonight, along with Clay Radford on the camera. Glad you could be with us for Week 3. And we're fortunate to be here. As we were talking about earlier, though, Holden was supposed to be the opponent tonight. We were supposed to be up at Holden. They canceled, though, due to a COVID case. And Clinton was able to find an opponent, and really, really happy they were able to. And I think we got to thank Forsyth for wanting to come up and play tonight, as well as they had a game that was canceled, so it worked out perfectly.
Hey, don't forget you can check it out, the video on mykdkd.com on the internet. And as we said, doing a great job on that is our
3rd and 14 out of the timeout. Spear airs it out deep left side, and it's going to be caught down at the 5-yard line, reeling it in. What a catch made there by number 15, Jace King. So on 3rd and 14, wow, the Cardinals convert it on about a 30-yard pass from Spear to King, and it's 1st down and goal for Clinton coming up.
It's going to be 1st down, goal to go, and you talk about concentration. King with great concentration, leaving a foot in bounds and still getting a hold of that ball.
Huge, huge play for the Cardinals. So now trying to punch it in. Of course, they were down on the goal line early in the first quarter with an opportunity to score and had a fumbled snap. Trying to secure it here and get in the end zone is Olsen with the handoff, pounding his way in the middle. Still going, trying to get the forward push, but they blow it dead.
I think that they call that a scrum in rugby.
Yes, that was definitely a scrum. So they moved him. I think they gave him maybe a yard or two on that before they stopped forward progress. So it'll be 2nd down and goal at about the 4-yard line. See if they want to stick with this run, Doug. You're tempted to run here down on the goal line like this, but I wouldn't be surprised if they maybe try a little fade or a little dump-off pass out of the flat.
I think they honestly need to take advantage of the pursuit that Forsyth has and do a little misdirection and run it around the other end.
3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Olsen in the backfield. Spear takes the snap, looking left, and it's caught. Left corner, touchdown, Clinton, as Spear connects with King, and the Cardinals are on the board.
Great job. Pass and catch. 4 yards, good to King.
Just a little dump off, kind of a little bit of a post route to that left front corner of the end zone, and they timed it up perfectly. So a big score for the Cardinals, and that'll cut into the lead a little bit, make it 21-6. And now Bloom will kick the extra point here.
Bloom, we were talking earlier, has had 2 soccer games and this football game this week. He has been a busy leg.
No question. Might need some ice there on that leg there after this game. So, extra point coming up, and out of the hold of Bulkey. Snap is down, and it is perfect right down the middle.
A high snap.
Cardinals cut it down to a 2-score game, 21-7 after the 4-yard pass. Spear to King. We'll take a 60 back with the kick after this on KDKD.
Do you need medical care now? Golden Valley Memorial Healthcare understands that minor illnesses and injuries can happen at any time. Visit one of our 4 walk-in clinics in Clinton, Osceola, Warsaw, or Windsor to receive the care you need when you need it. No appointment necessary. Golden Valley Memorial Healthcare, dedicated to providing you the golden standard of care.
Hey, Cardinal fans. Oakstar Bank now offers Clinton Cardinal Visa debit cards. You can help raise money for our fighting Cardinals when you use your Oakstar Bank Cardinal debit card. Simply select credit to sign for purchases, and a percentage of each transaction will be given to the Clinton Public Schools. So stand up and show your Cardinal pride with your new Cardinal debit card from Oakstar Bank, located on North 2nd Street in Clinton. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back here at Cardinal Stadium, 3:21 left in the first half. And the Cardinals able to get it down the field, converted on a couple of huge plays. And keep in mind that 3rd and 14, they converted on a deep pass to King, and then they cap it off with a 4-yard touchdown to King. So now they'll kick it away from the 40. And Bloom on to kick. Rain, I think, has stopped. It was raining pretty hard early in that first quarter. And saw both teams fumble. Now they're going to squib it on the ground and kind of try to give them a dose of their own medicine there, but they cover it up at the 45. So everybody's squibbing the ball tonight, Doug.
Taking a play out of Forsyth's book there.
I know, but I don't know. I'm just that kind of a guy. I'd kick it deep. I really would. I mean, I know the idea of it, but, you know, I'm still convinced you give them a short field. It's just better for your defense if you can kick that ball deep. But
great. I thought it was a great kick by Bloom, except he needed to get a little more bounce out of that. And he
kicked it hard enough, But I don't know. It's just too easy for those guys now to come up and field the ball with no defender in their face. And now you give them the short field as they hand it off here up the middle. That'll be the 19 of Mahan. And into Cardinal territory to about the 40. Yeah, we'll give him the 40, so gain of about the 8.
Jace Olsen and Brady Carr on the stop.
Mixing in Mahan now a little more, Doug. We were talking about how they really pounded the ball with Strong and Sanders. Now they go back to Sanders here. He's got a huge hole over the 40, cuts to the outside.
Gone.
What a move, and there he goes. 15-10, 5, touchdown, Forsyth.
Had to outrun Caleb Smith. And Smith just could not catch him once he got past him.
No flags and a quick response. 3 plays for the Panthers, and they're back in the end zone, and it's back to 3 touchdowns at 27-7.
It's that misdirection that they're running with that 3-headed monster in the backfield for running backs, and just not for sure who's going to get that ball.
It's so compact, and like you said, it's tough to read that. When you got 3 backs in the backfield with that old wing T style offense, very quick developing running game. As the extra point from Colmer is good. So the Panthers quick response back, and it's now 28-7, 2:45 to go. We'll take a 30 back with the kick after this.
Your home is a special place. Everything you put in it should make you happy and comfortable. The way you decorate, the colors, and the products you choose all become part of your total living environment. Hi, this is Sandy with Integrity Floors. We are committed to providing you with the top quality carpets, vinyls, hardwoods, tile, and eye-catching window treatments that you need to make your home or business the best it can be. Ask us for a free no-obligation measure and estimate. Integrity Floors, 1806 East Ohio, next to West Lakes in Clinton. Integrity, our name says it all. Come see us.
Welcome back. Spencer Edwards, Doug Neff, Clay Radford, and the CY back at the studios tonight on this Friday evening. Definitely cooler tonight, Doug Neff, than it has been the first couple of weeks. That humidity is gone, and it's really quite pleasant. If we didn't have the rain, it'd be even better, but the rain has kind of stopped, I think. But
this feels like football.
It sure does. Sure does. So now they're going to kick it off here from the 40 after a touchdown run of about 27 yards from Sanders. The Panther running attack has been on point tonight, leading 28-7.
Love to see the Cardinals take it down and score. They got 2:45 left to go. Hold on to the ball. Don't give them a man. And then actually went downfield this time.
They did. Deep squib kick and fielded on the run, coming up the middle of the field and breaking some tackles there out up over the 35 near the 37. So pretty good return for Heinstead.
20. That was Cole, yeah.
As you said, Doug, plenty of time, and you've got 2 timeouts in your pocket as well, if you're Coach Lefebvre, if you want to use them. And still plenty of time to get the ball down the field and answer it back. But that was such an important drive for Clinton on that last one to get the touchdown. And now you're working with reasonable field position to start this one at about the 38. It may take some shots down the field here as they're going to spread it out. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 2 backs to the backfield. Spear has the snap. Toss pitch. So Olsen now he's going to throw it deep down the field.
Nice.
And he's got his man down at the 38 Forsyth. That is reeled in by Sales. So the old flea flick pass there, and Olsen showing off his arm.
Olsen was doing a great job because he had a man coming for him. And he just had the poise to stand there and deliver that shot and a great run into Panther territory.
That's exactly what you wanted, and there's that shot down the field. We may see a couple more of them as well. 2:20 to go here before the half. Cardinals have 2 timeouts as well. 1st and 10. They're going to blitz off the left side. Handoff. Running left, angling left is Abernathy. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be cut down at about the 37. Good pursuit.
Short gain, though. Short gain on that one. He couldn't quite cut the corner, but got enough for about 3 yards.
Yeah, good pursuit, though, to the far side for Forsyth. And Clinton kind of trying to run away from Strong, that outside linebacker. He's been blitzing all night, trying to make him chase the play, but they had the weak side help on that one as well. So 2nd and 8, line of scrimmage, the 37, ball on the left hash for Clinton. Trailing at 28-7. Trips right, 1 left, and they're going to have a 3-man front. Not going to blitz this time. They rush 3. Spear back to pass, little slant over the middle's caught.
Bulky.
By King.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah.
And he's short of the first. I think he's going to be 3, maybe 4 yards short. They'll give him the 31 and a half. So they hurry to the line of scrimmage.
Nice gain of about 6 on that.
Clock is going to roll here with coming up on a minute left. Back to throw. Spear with time. Little pump fake. Now moves right. Fires over the middle. Oh, he threw it behind JP, and it was almost picked by Strong. Pass incomplete.
Now, this is 4th down, and you do go for it. It's 4th down. You still only got less than a minute left to play.
Yeah.
Going to have to depend on your defense if you can't make it. But, man, it's just they do such good work on the 4th down.
So that will stop the clock. 59.1 left. Cardinals going to go ahead and go for this. It appears on a 4th down and 2. Line of scrimmage is the 31.
Halftime, we're looking for Dr. Steffens to Jared Steffens, the principal for Clinton High School, to come up for the Banks halftime show.
JP Abernathy lined up at quarterback, takes the direct snap here, running right. Oh, and he gets picked up and put down into the ground. A hard tackle as that gets a rise out of the Forsyth bench, and he's short of the 1st down, I think, by a yard. Boy, that was a big-time tackle made, and he came right up in the gap, and he paid the price. They're going to measure.
Yep, they're going to have to measure. He's close. He's real close.
Very close, so we'll have to wait and check. Boy, they liked that hit, didn't they, Doug? They're down there pumped up after that. That was a good job by JP just to hang on to the ball.
I think he's got it, though. I think he's got the tip of the ball, and I think he's got just enough to make that first
All
down.
right. We'll see.
I'm positive on
Doug's putting some money on this.
I don't get paid, remember?
They stretch it out. Oh, he's just short. Official going to take an extra look, and he is short. Yeah, by about I'd say a little less than the nose of the football. Going to be just short. So that's a big stop for Forsyth. He came right up in the gap.
I'd say a bad spot.
Bad spot. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, and the thing was, they tried to fake him out with JP at quarterback to do kind of a direct snap, and they weren't fooled by it. So now they may just sit on this, take it to halftime. They have 3 timeouts, though, so 56.7 left, and we'll see what they want to do.
Well,
Coach
we're going to find out
Connolly,
here pretty quick.
if they want to go ahead and take a shot down the field. Strong in motion to the backfield, under center. Creason hands it off, running left. Here's Sanders, breaks it free. 35-40, cuts it back in at the 45, cuts it back to the 50, and a big gain all the way to midfield. That'll be a 1st down. Clock will stop to set the chains. Gain of 17 on the run.
Right at midfield on the stop, and a host of Cardinals.
Yeah, they're hurrying up, Doug. They look like they want to go for another touchdown here. Clock rolls now as they set the chains. 42 seconds to go and counting. Creason under center, fakes left, drops back on a little play-action bootleg. Fires it out in the flat. Oh, he had a man wide open, but he overshot him.
Defended there by the 33 of Gage Crispy.
Mahan coming out of the backfield, and that was a break for Clinton because he had pasture to run in had he caught that football for sure. So that is fortunate that ball was overthrown. So 2nd down and 10 now. Clock stops after the incomplete pass, 34.8 on the clock. Line of scrimmage is midfield, but they are not conservative here. They are in shot mode, it looks like. Forsyth, they want some more points before the half here. Trips right, one left. They go shotgun. Creason back to throw. Little dump off. Look out. It's broken up. That's a great play. Knocking it down. Is that 53?
Yes, nice hit.
Yeah, that's an outstanding job.
Caleb Smith.
Caleb Smith, yeah. He read that one all the way. He was not fooled at all.
Almost close to a pass interference.
It was
right there.
It definitely was. He might have been a little early, but we'll take the no call. So third and 10 here. Line of scrimmage midfield. So, again, they buy themselves a little time with the incomplete pass. Clock stopped at 30.6. So probably 2 more plays here. Creason comes up under center. 3 backs in the backfield. He's going to drop straight back to pass. Rolls right. Still rolling right. Looking downfield. Rolling towards the sideline and gets rid of it. And it's incomplete. Good job by the Cardinals forcing that play to the outside. He wanted to go deep, had to go back short, and nothing was there.
They were doing to Forsyth what Forsyth had been doing to them, in the fact that they are forcing them to go right across the field, going horizontal, and not cutting that up.
Big play. So 4th down and 10. Making them work for this here. 22.2 left, and now they're going to take a timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here as we'll talk this one over. But you're right, Doug. That's exactly what you wanted to have happen, and that's what you kept everything in front of you, which is important. You didn't want to make them go deep over the middle, but you kept them from running the ball. It looked like they were going to stick with the run after Sanders ripped off those first 2 runs on this drive, and then you forced them to at least look for a pass, and now you put them in a spot where they really probably have to take the shot down the field.
Well, and, so far the only score by the Clinton Cardinals, a 4-yard pass and catch between the Spear and Jace King came on the receiving end of that. The pass game I've been amazed. The pass game for the Cardinals has been working excellent with the wet weather, with the wet ball. I expected it was going to be all run and gun, and that's what we're going to see. And, man, this pass game has come to life.
So out of the timeout, Forsyth talking it over. It's going to be kind of an interesting play call here. May see a pooch punt. They've got the quarterback up behind the center. We'll see if they go ahead and run the pass play or just run the ball. And they're going to go ahead and run a little, kind
misdirection.
of misdirection handoff. He runs right, then hands back off left. Sanders down the sideline, breaks it to the 20, to the 18 before they run him out of bounds. Boy, that was a little trickeration. He handed it back around from the backside. It looked like he was going to run a straight line option to the right, and that's a first down run. So he did get out of bounds, stops the clock. So a gain of about 30 to the 27.
I'm glad the Cardinals stopped him, but I wish they could have kept him in bounds.
Yeah. I thought it looked like initially he may have just fumbled the ball, but he intentionally handed it back off to the backside, and they had the whole Clinton defense flowing to one side, and it worked. So they buy themselves another opportunity here from the 27, 13 seconds left. Just a flea flicker up the right side, up for grabs, and it's incomplete. In and out of the hands of the 9 of Colton Long.
Looks like defended over there by Ernie Neal, 4 for the Clinton Cardinals.
The ball was well underthrown. He didn't have anything on the ball. I think looked like a grip issue there with the wet football. So now they're going to take another timeout. They'll still have 1 left, so they're milking this clock, Doug, for every last second, down to 7.5, but they were able to buy themselves enough time after that long run, and Sanders able to get out of bounds on that. So, you never know, depending on the play here, but they may have 2 cracks at it before the half.
Well, they always say, of course, Forsyth to get the ball to start the second half, and they always say that you want to keep that momentum going. They're trying to get the momentum down, get a score, and then come out again with that play, and then the Cardinals need to make the stop. And so far, they're doing a great job on that. The defense has been stiller as far as on this passing game and stopping them, but that running game is what's been hurting the Cardinals.
Cardinals are scheduled to be back at home next week against Pleasant Hill. So back into conference play next week.
Yeah, I won't get to join you.
You're going to be racing next week.
I'm going to be racing.
Doug will be at the track. So second down and long here, 7.5 to go. in the first half. And Creason's going to drop back. All kinds of times, sets up, goes deep. Oh, he's got a man in the end zone, and it's knocked down.
Nice play.
It's knocked down by Bulkey. Oh, he made a great play to knock that one down because Sanders was just behind him. Ball just a little underthrown, and that, I think, was just enough for Bulkey to make the deflection as they burn their last time out.
Just got a hand in front of the face of the receiver.
Boy, was that close.
And, you know, you were talking about the arm of Creason. That was a nice pass.
Yeah, he put more on that ball. Maybe still got it a little bit too late there and allowed, but he gave his guy a shot. I mean, Sanders did have an opportunity to go up and jump for that pass. So I think you got to feel like Forsyth, they've managed the clock pretty well here. They've gotten every last second out of this. 0.2 left. They're going to have a chance for maybe one more crack at it. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 at the 27. So crazy in here to the first half, and they're definitely making Clinton earn this on defense, and Clinton's been up to the task the last couple plays. Now they got to get at least one more stop, but you do not want to give up a touchdown here because, as Doug said, they get the ball to start the second half. So if you can avoid it at all cost, not give up a touchdown here is the prime time thing. So they're going to spread this out. They're going to show pass. Wing back left is strong. Creason back to throw. Everybody coming after him. Rolls right. Little dump off is incomplete in the flat. So that ends the first half. Nice job by Clinton. They were able to hold firm as Forsyth threatened on that last drive before the break, but they come up without any points. So at the half here at Clinton High School, week 3 of the high school football season, and the Cardinals trail it 28-7. We'll take a 2-minute break. Back with our halftime coverage after this. You're listening to Cardinal Football on KDKD and also streaming live at mykdkd.com.
I don't wanna feel like wishful thinking. Pick myself up and move to the beat of my heart and my soul. Sing a song for the dreamer. I say run, let it shine that glory.
We are Remax, and we are here.
For a home loan, Hawthorne Bank loan officer Andy Engelhardt explains.
We've been at it a long time now with that fixed-rate mortgage in town, and now we're all in the mortgages as well. We're beefing up our employee staff here to take care of some more families as quick as we can, and we've got a lot of folks that are trusting us to help them for the second or even third time. It's a very exciting time.
Yeah, it is.
And I still enjoy putting them together and finding the best solution for who comes to see me. Because we're here to help them.
Right, because if you can't get along with Andy, you can't get along with anybody.
And everyone at Hawthorne would do the same thing.
Absolutely.
It takes a lot of people to make that mortgage work.
Right.
And I think that's what your hometown bank can do for you. Because we're here to help them.
Well, and you just hit the nail on the head, Andy. It's the hometown bank.
Call Andy. He'll help you finance your dream home with a mortgage from Hawthorne Bank. NMLS MLO, number 450138. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
When you hit that critical time of life, considering what will happen with your estate when you're not here, we have more than 30 years of experience helping others make those decisions. When we say call us at Doty Legacy Group, the key word is legacy. It's all about taking care of you and getting it to the next generation the best way possible. Call us at 660-885-8835.
And welcome back to Clinton Cardinal High School. And it is halftime as the Panthers of Forsyth in action against your Clinton Cardinals here tonight, leading 28-7. One great scoring drive by the Cardinals so far in the second quarter. It was midway in the second quarter, a 4-yard pass from Spear to Jace King. King in the end zone for the touchdown, and it was a great play, great drive down. So looking for more of that. Spencer and I were talking to him, amazed at the fact that the passing game has done so well with this wet field and wet ball. Looking at bring you the Banks Motors halftime show here tonight. Normally, Jason Abner was join us. Of course, with everything going on and COVID and home game, he's a little bit busy. So we're going to join here with Dr. Jared Steffens. As we're going to take a 60-second timeout, and we'll come back with Dr. Steffens right after this. You're listening to high school football action on KDKD.
Hey, Cardinal fans! Oakstar Bank now offers Clinton Cardinal Visa debit cards. You can help raise money for our fighting Cardinals when you use your Oakstar Bank Cardinal debit card. Simply select credit to sign for purchases, and a percentage of each transaction will be given to the Clinton Public Schools. So stand up and show your Cardinal pride with your new Cardinal debit card from Oakstar Bank, located on North 2nd Street in Clinton. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Banks Motors is growing again. Now with over 60 quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, and extensive financing options for everyone, we want to earn your business the right way. Banks Motors, where we treat our customers like family.
If you're not boating, you're thinking about it. Hi, Captain Bob May with the No Wake Zone Boating Radio Show. Returning to 95.3 KDKD Saturday mornings at 8 as part of KDKD Outdoor HQ. Sponsored by Oakstar Bank.
And welcome back to Clinton High School. Halftime here. It is 28-0 in favor of the Forsyth Panthers on the Banks Motors halftime show. And with us, it is Dr. Jared Steffens. And Dr. Steffens, welcome to the halftime show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, you know, this is a whole new year. We've got, not only do you have a new program here at the high school with football, new coach, new quarterback and new coaches, but you also have a whole new program, a whole new way of doing athletics. We talked to Jared, Abner earlier in the season about how it makes his job, and it has got to be crazy for your job, too.
Absolutely. Everything we do in their classroom, sports-wise this year, we have had to think about how to do it differently. So it's just a new way of doing things, and it's much different than even in the spring when we kind of just closed down. We had some time to plan this year, and we tried to plan as best as possible, but it's literally day by day sometimes on this stuff, on adjusting and overcoming what we have to do to continue going.
Oh, absolutely, and I could see that. Man, I'll tell you, it just makes it tough with athletics. And you know, Jared, of course, dealing with athletics activities, but you've got the whole thing. You've got everything that you've got to take into consideration.
Yep, we have, classrooms. We want to keep kids healthy and safe, and trying to spread 30 kids apart in a classroom 6 feet with masks. And, we had to rethink how you do lunch and how you drop kids off in the morning and how you pick them up and how do you transition 500 kids in the hallways every day. And, that same thought process goes into athletics at night. And so for our teachers and our staff, it can kind of be mentally exhausting some days just to continuously be doing that all day long. So we just, really appreciate the parents and the students' support of glad that we're here. I think a lot of people are glad we're in school and that we're playing activities, and I think what's going to keep us going is everybody kind of following those rules and procedures, even though it's not fun every day. But you can see, Holden didn't play us tonight because of some concerns. We don't want to be that. We want to keep going as long as possible, and that's what we're asking everybody to do, is just kind of mask up, stay apart, and stay healthy.
I can only imagine what goes into your job, but I also think about I've got grandsons that are in first and kindergarten, and man, it's got to be just a tremendous job to keep them corralled and entertained and doing what they need to do.
Absolutely. Elementary teaching is always a tough and difficult job, just the age of the kids, and then you add in all the procedures. At the high school level, kids will kind of take care of business. For the most part, we can trust them to be young adults, maybe remind them to mask up and stay apart. But like you said, shout out to those elementary teachers, because it's always tough. And then add that layer this year again, just to do that with all the procedures and masks and washing hands and, all that. It's just another layer for everybody.
Yeah, and then you tell them don't touch your face. And that's the first thing they do.
Don't hug your teacher. Don't, give kids high fives. That's what we're about in education, is that connection relationship. And so it's changed that game for us too.
Absolutely. And of course, like we were saying, you've got a big job ahead of you day in, day out. It changes day in, day out. With everything going on, and we were talking about, activities, you get involved with that with Jason, but with the fact, just like this, you got canceled early, thank goodness.
Yes.
But at the same point, you have to go out and find a school that also is not playing and had a schedule change with Forsyth versus Clever, and it's just got to be. You're really earning your money, aren't you?
The job of an activities director, I've always said, is super tough because you work in the building 7 to 2, and then you get set up for activities, and you're working 2 to 10. Now add in cancellations daily, not just we always had weather cancellations, but now you may get a call, hey, school you're playing has a bunch of kids in quarantine, you can't go, we're not going to send our kids or bring kids in here that may put us at risk. And so I think that's just the name of the game. We're just glad to be playing. There are some not playing out there this week or in this season right now, and we're doing everything we can in Clinton to keep our kids involved in activities because we know the importance of that, and we want to keep them out there, and we just need everybody's help, to be honest, at this point, to just stay healthy. Because, as much as it is about positive cases, it's about all the quarantine that happens, too, when there is a positive case, because that can take out, a lot of people out of the system. So it's just kind of day by day. You never know. Shout out to Nurse Julie Balke, too. She's working her tail off right now just to keep everybody healthy. And when those things come in, she's the direct line, with Destry and Julie Balke is our nurse. And then the building administrators have to kind of take that and say, okay, this staff member's out or these 4 kids are out. Adjust, and what do we got to do next?
Well, that, and you guys have come in, and you got to battle with things. You got kids coming in, or you got schools coming into your school to play your teams. How does that affect that, and how does the whole thing just affect your day-to-day operation? It's got to just change. It's changing every day.
It does. Luckily, we have kind of a basis. I've been an administrator for 10 years, so I at least feel like I know how a high school should operate, but now it's like you rethink everything. How you might do this today or how might make this better that, we can do that. We think, well, let's have a homecoming assembly. Well, wait, we can't assemble. Let's do a homecoming parade. We're talking to student council today about how do we do homecoming this year. We still want high school to be a great experience for our kids and walk away with those memories that we all walked away with and that are part of, especially growing up in a small town like Clinton has spirit when it comes around the week of homecoming and Friday night games, and we don't want to lose all of that. We're just having to look at how to do it differently. So for the most part, our kids have been very resilient and willing to do what we need to do those things, and we appreciate that.
Well, and one of the things, too, that we saw last year with everything going on, the fact that the seniors kind of lost a whole lot of their school year. Now you got another senior class coming in, and they're losing part of theirs. Of course, right now everything's still going. But how does that affect when they go to college and they're looking at scholarships and stuff like that? How does that affect that?
The nice thing is that everybody, including colleges, have been very good about, there were colleges that waived ACT admittance requirements last year. College visits aren't a thing as much anymore. Like, we will have college representatives this year do virtual Zooms with our students. National Guard recruiters, everything is different. Jostens, your ring company, your senior announcements, everybody's rethinking how they do it. And for the most part, we don't have visitors coming into our building right now. And that's just to protect our staff and students.
Sure.
So we're doing everything Zoom, virtual, Google Meets. Our kids all have Chromebooks, email, even just, changing your schedule with your counselor. We're asking them to email those counselors to do that so that our staff doesn't have that many face-to-face interactions. And it's not ideal, but that's what we're going to have to do to get through this, it sounds like.
Well, and not only that, but you guys have got to have a tremendous working relationship with the county health department on things going on. And I don't know, you probably talk to them on a daily basis.
There's a lot of input from a lot of people, and sometimes that's the good part, and that's the difficult part is, we consult with GVMH, with the county health department, with our own nurse, with our teams, and what we do in Clinton and in Henry County is different than what they may do in St. Clair County, which is different than Johnson and, Pettis and everywhere. And so that's sometimes what creates it, is that we have each of the schools we play or interact with are doing it different. Or, for instance, Mr. Fowler at the tech school has 11 or 12 sending schools, all coming from different counties that may have different expectations, and school districts with different masking expectations. So just sorting through that and continuing to keep our kids as safe and healthy as possible is kind of what we're about right now.
Well, I know we talked about athletics and new changes and so forth, but the conference is new too.
Absolutely.
With the Missouri River Valley Conference. And so not just athletics, but you have activities that they are part of. Does the conference work with you guys? Do they give you guidelines?
Yes, and we're, try to be consistent throughout the conference. Mr. Brown went to an MRVC meeting today. There's a principal group, AD group. We're all trying to meeting and be consistent, but kind of the same thing with that. We have conference schools in Jackson County. We have some in Lafayette. We have some in Cass. We have some in Henry. And it's really following your county health guidelines. And when we're all consistent, we try to be similar. But the fact is, Henry County, we can do a little bit more when it comes to activities. And so it's that delicate balance of being affiliated with the conference, which we are so excited about and glad to be, and being as consistent as you can, but also doing what we can to, provide as much fan experience and student experience for our kids, and try to have the Friday night experience. The Saturday morning soccer is going to happen tomorrow. The cheerleaders, the band, that's all super important. We want all those kids out here.
Well, and so we're going to wrap it up, but one of the things that has got to be great is the parents have got to work with you, have got to, again, we're talking about changes every day and day in, day out on what's going on and so forth. So the parents they're hard to get along with sometimes because they've got their things too, but at the same point, you understand that. But it's just, they have got to be a big key to this whole thing.
Parents have been very good. They really have. Everything we have asked of our kids and our parents, they have really worked with us and tried to do what we asked to be here. And so we appreciate that, because I think everybody knows, when you look back at March, April, May, it was not how we wanted to end the school year. And I don't think anybody wants to go back to that. So if it means a mask and spread apart and keeping kids home if they have 2 symptoms, even though we know it may be allergies, to be cautious and make sure we're not spreading sickness. We really appreciate parents helping us on that, and that's what it's going to take to keep the schools open, keep us going on a daily basis, and keep our activities rolling.
Well, I'll give you the opportunity with the last word. We've got just a little bit of time left before we wrap it up on the Banks Motors halftime show. But final word, anything you want to send out to the crowd?
Hey, just one thing. I put it all over social media, but we're selling signs, yard signs that say, "We can't hide our Cardinal pride." It's just something we're trying to do right now to put Cardinal pride all over the city of Clinton. They'll be in next week, and there's an order form online, and we'd love to see our streets and our businesses and our houses lined with those. So just don't forget that there's a lot of pride in our community in Clinton High School, and we're appreciative of everybody pulling together during this time together.
Well, Dr. Stephens, I sure appreciate you joining us for the halftime show and filling in for Jason, doing a great job. We appreciate everything you're doing, and know you guys have got to have the most difficult job in Clinton.
We appreciate the time, and we're glad to be on here, and appreciate all the community partnerships like this that we have that continue to make our schools look good.
So I appreciate your time. And, folks, it is the Banks Motors halftime show. We're at halftime, 28-7, getting ready for a second half kickoff here shortly. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout, or 60-second timeout, and you're listening to the Clinton Cardinal High School football action on KDD.
Banks Motors is growing again. Now with over 60 quality pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, and extensive financing options for everyone, we want to earn your business the right way. Banks Motors, where we treat our customers like family.
Community news can be heard on 95.3 KDKD, Rock 104.9, and Ag 1280 KDKD AM, Monday through Friday, and 24/7 on mykdkd.com. Community news from Radford Media Group. We're community first.
Hi, this is Sandy with Integrity Floors. Have you been looking for that unique decorative item or that one-of-a-kind special gift? Well, we may have just what you're looking for. We have a large selection of vases, clocks, wall hangings, decorative tables and shelves, baskets, potpourri, lamps. You name it, we may have it. We've expanded our line of home decor, and we have something for everyone. If you haven't been to our showroom lately, come by and see us. That's Integrity Floors, 1806 East Ohio Street, next to West Lakes in Clinton. Integrity. Our name says it all. Come see us.
And welcome back to Clinton Cardinal High School football action here at halftime. It is 28-7 in favor of the Forsyth Panthers. And we've got some great sponsors we'd like to recognize while we got the opportunity. Of course, Mike Keith Insurance and Banks Motors halftime show, which thank you very much to Dr. Stephens for his insight and input into everything going on with the Clinton High School and the program. Also, Oak Star Bank here, and glad to have them along, as Jim and all the crew at Oakstar are doing a tremendous job. Integrity Floors, my wife's favorite place to hang out, and I'm telling you.
Does she still make you nervous?
She does make me nervous when she goes in there, because it's like, I really like, and I was like, okay, thank God the prices are low. Hawthorne Bank, glad to have Dave and all the crew here as part of our crew and for sports. Also, it is Doty Legacy Group and Greg Smith Ford Lincoln, Atkins Printing, Lincoln Community Care Center, of course, Coach LeFevor's favorite sponsor, and Troby's Maytag Home Appliance, Heartland Hospice, Truman Lake Manor, and Golden Valley Medical Hospital, all sponsors for the 2020 season that is Clinton Cardinal High School football. Well, Spencer, glad to have you back. But second half action coming up. Down by 21, 3 scores. The Cardinals are still in this ball game.
Absolutely, and this is going to be a very important first series. I think, Doug, if you can stop Forsyth here in this opening series of the second half, I think the Cardinals have shown they have the confidence tonight. They've moved the football fairly consistently, and I just think back to that series, what was it, early first quarter when they marched the ball down. I think it was actually their first series of the game. JP ripped off those nice runs. They got down to the goal line, and they had the fumbled snap.
Yep.
See, so this could be even a 2-score game now had they turned that into a touchdown. And of course, then you had the fumble on the extra point or on the field goal, so they didn't come away with any points on that. So that's something you just look back on, but that's water under the bridge now, and you just got to come out here and play the second half. But, yeah, you are within striking distance in this second half where you haven't been in the first 2 weeks. So that's got to make you feel good and an improvement certainly, but the key is going to be slowing down this Forsyth running game. You know what you have to do to stop them, and then I think, as you said perfectly, the passing game has worked for Clinton tonight, and they may stick with this here in the second half. So we're ready to roll here to get the second half underway. Bloom will kick it off from the 40. And fortunately, the rain has subsided. And here's a little squibber. Oh, and this is a closer one up for grabs as they put a shot on it. Ball may have popped out, and Clinton says they have it. And I think they do. So they are going to say Clinton ball, and I think, Doug, that was probably an intentional onside kick. I think Coach LeFevre said, hey, we're just going to go with that, try to get the ball, and they sure came out with it.
Now, Spencer, aren't you sorry what you said about the onside kick?
Well, that's the squib kick. Two different things. There's a difference there. I don't like the squib kick. If you want to come out onside to kind of catch him off guard, I'm fine with that, and I think they may have done that, but it could have been an intentional squib kick. Clay needs to ask Coach LeFevre next week if that was intentional or not. But
I think that was a soccer kick.
It was a nice one. I know that. So Bloom executes it, and Clinton's going to come up with the ball, so that might change things here if they can go down and turn this into a touchdown. So 4 wide receiver set. Spears got the snap out of the gun, back to pass, going deep, left sideline, got his man down at the 30, and that's a first down. Gain of 15. Is that Mr. King on the catch?
I believe 15 of King.
It is. So King having a big night catching the football, and he's going to have a gain of about 15, but we do have a injured Cardinal down back at midfield.
72.
So they will come out to check on him.
Tyler Lawson, maybe?
Yeah, and I think that is Tyler, the offensive tackle, and they are going to look at him. So we're going to have an injury timeout. When we come back, it'll be first down and 10. Clinton at the Forsyth 27. Back in 60 after this on KDKD.
Well, how about that? They just got it out of the beauty shop. That's a 2020 Colorado ZR2, Howard says. These crew cab 4-wheel drive. It's got 1,800 miles on it. That's right. They have 1,800. Local truck right here in town. You need to come out and take a look because it will not last.
Atkins Printing would like the opportunity to enhance your business with their printing expertise. Atkins Printing is ready to take on all your printing projects, from letterhead and business cards to envelopes and flyers. If you can put it on paper, Atkins Printing can do it. Bring your next job to Atkins Printing, your new partner in business printing. Just give them a call at 885-5509. Atkins Printing, proud sponsors of Clinton Cardinal Sports.
And we're back here at Cardinal Stadium as they are able to help off the injured Tyler Lawson there for Clinton. So hopefully he is okay and can come back. But the training staff, which is top-notch up here at CHS, they will take a look at him. So
kind of looked like a knee.
It sure did.
Yeah,
and then that's tough. You certainly don't want to see that when they start looking at the knee. But he may have gotten rolled up there as he was trying to set that block. So the Cardinals come up to the line here with a 1st down and 10 after a big completion. They've got it at the Forsyth 27 after recovering, I think, what was an intentional onside kick to start the second half. Spear back to pass over the middle, caught by Abernathy. Breaks out of one tackle, trying to struggle forward, but he actually gets pinballed back to about the 30. But I think he had maybe a yard of forward progress, or it looked like initially, but maybe not.
Yeah, they're going to – well, I thought they were, but evidently not.
Yeah, I thought they were too, but they put him down for no gain. So 2nd down and 10 at the 27. So the momentum kind of shifting after Clinton comes out and recovers that kick. Puts Forsyth back on their heels a little bit. They thought they were just going to get the ball back and be able to start the second half with their opening series. And now Clinton trailing at 28-7 on the move here. Twins in the backfield. That'll be Abernathy and Olsen. 3 wide receivers. Spear with time, back to throw. Dumps it off left side, short middle. Caught by Olsen. Turns it up, breaks a tackle, 25. Gets to the 30, and he's brought down there. Be a yard, maybe 2 short of the 1st down.
Gets to about the 20, and he's going to be, like you said, about a couple yards short, but be manageable 3rd down.
Sure will, and that's a nice play call. They spread everybody out. They go short middle to Olsen, leaking out of the backfield, and Jace has shown this year he can catch that football out of the backfield. And the Cardinals, they have had more success with the pass tonight. It will be 3 yards to go, 3rd and 3. Big opportunity here. If Clinton can score a touchdown, this will be a ball game, as they're going to have 4 wide. They're going to go late handoff left side. Olsen's got the 1st down, I believe, as he's going to take it down to about the 15. So just an off-tackle play there off the left side. And more than enough for the 1st.
Again, it's that misdirection as they get him coming one way and then he turns and goes the other. And great job by Kevin LePaver.
Line of scrimmage left hash at the 15-yard line. So 3rd time tonight, Clinton has been down here in the red zone, and they're trying to get a touchdown out of it. Last time they were in the red zone, they did have that 4-yard TD to King. 4 wide receivers out of the shotgun. Spear going to hand it back to Olsen, cuts it into the middle, and is going to lower the boom down to about the 10. So nice hard run there by Jace.
Olsen with about 5 on the play. He's got half of it. Going to be 2nd down and 5. Another player down, this time for Forsyth. So official timeout on the field.
Yeah, that was a hard collision, Doug, there between Olsen. I think, can't see a number yet, but he was on the receiving end of that.
I think hopefully it's just knocking the wind out of him.
Yeah.
I think as much as anything.
So we'll go ahead and pause here. We'll take a 30 for an injury timeout. Back after this on KDKD, your home for Clinton Sports.
During times like these, people are facing hardships in their day-to-day lives. It has become difficult for seniors to get the attention and care they need at home. At Lincoln Community Care Center, we know just how difficult these times can be, and we are committed to providing you with the quality care you need. We offer a safe and welcoming environment filled with highly skilled staff. If you or a loved one find yourself in need of attentive care, come see us at Lincoln Community Care Center, where caring and kindness matter. 660-547-3322.
2nd down and 5 out of the injury timeout, and the Cardinals knocking on the door here. Line of scrimmage, the 10-yard line. Spear going to set the offense down with 4 wide receivers, and they're going to hand it off. Olsen bounces it to the outside, turns the corner, and he is in for the touchdown. Around the left side, Jace Olsen turns it into 6, and it's 28-13. Cardinals on the comeback.
Spencer, we got a ball game.
I think so, my friend. I think so. And that all was set up by the recovered onside kick to start the second half. And Bloom kicked it perfectly. They recovered it. They take it down, and that is huge to go down and get that touchdown. So looks like they're going to try the PAT. And when you got a good field goal kicker like Bloom, it certainly keeps you from having to go for 2 all the time. And out of the hole, it'll be Bulkey. And he hit the last one perfectly.
He's had a busy week.
Good snap, and this one is blocked. Yeah, we just jinxed him as they blocked the kick on the extra point. So that could be big, too, down the road to prevent that 14. So that keeps it at 28-13 with 8:51 to go in the third. We'll take a 60 back with a kick after this.
Stop into Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center to discover a world of possibilities in one oven with the new KitchenAid Smart Oven Plus. It brings together a collection of oven-powered grill, baking stones, and steamer attachments with connected cooking to tap your full culinary potential. Come into Troby's Maytag today to learn how the KitchenAid Smart Oven Plus with powered attachments is more than an oven. Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center. Just take the second Harrisonville exit and turn north on Plaza Drive.
If you're looking for great opportunities to volunteer and serve, consider Heartland Hospice. Volunteering is a great way to be involved and provide help to others in need. Call for details 660-679-4300. With Heartland Hospice, opportunities abound, including helping with office support tasks, staying with patients so family can run errands or get rest, and keeping vigilance with patients as needed, as well as other opportunities. Volunteering also looks great on college applications and resumes and keeps you involved in your communities. Call the office in Butler today for more information, 660-679-4300.
Cardinals will kick off with 8:51 left to go here in our third quarter. 28-13 they trail, but they are battling their way back with a lot of football left after the touchdown run by Jace Olson. Bloom to kick off at the 40.
Good kick.
And that's a beautiful kick. Beautiful all the way back to the goal line. My kind of kick. It's deep as they get the field of it, though. Sanders coming up the middle over the 20 to the 25, so he's able to get it out for a nice little return there, but he kicked it well over his head. I mean, Sanders was expecting that short over the middle.
Looked like the 23 of Brock Gray on the stop.
Good coverage there by Brock. So now it's the defense's turn. If you can get a quick stand here, Doug, get this football back, boy, this could start to heat up here a little bit.
Absolutely. You know, and they took advantage of the situation in that one because
yes.
Forsyth had everybody up expecting that onside.
And whistles everywhere before the first play here as they were going to try to hand it off to Strong. We got a legal substitution, I believe.
Yeah, man was getting off the field.
Late getting off for Clinton. So they will mark this off here momentarily. And who do we say is in for
Jackson
Tyler?
Malloy, the 60, is in for Lawson. Hopefully Lawson, hopefully not anything major, and we'll be back. But
he's a key up on that line at right tackle for Clinton. So after the penalty on the illegal substitution, it'll move it up 5. So first down at 5 out to the 30. Under center, Creason. Toss sweep running right. They go back to the big guy Strong, trying to turn a corner, and he does. And he's at the 45 down the sideline over midfield, and they finally run him out of bounds.
Chase King caught up with him finally from the behind.
He sure did, but we do have a flag down all the way back at the 41, and this may be coming back, Doug.
That'd be the area of holding.
Yep.
Or legal block in the back.
Strong had a full head of steam there. That was more like we saw him in the first half, running downhill. But the penalties have piled up here tonight. Really, both teams have had penalties at key times, and this is a personal foul on the Panthers.
Both sides, offsetting.
Oh, offsetting, yep. Had one late there, I guess, at the end of that play. I sure didn't see anything like that, but officials are going to call it on both sides, and so it goes back to the original line of scrimmage, doesn't it?
Yep.
It cancels out.
Get to do it again.
Yes, so it'll be first down and 5 again. Here. So Cardinals take it down, score here early in the third on a run from Olson. They had a 4-yard touchdown pass and spear to King in the first half. Now they're still having a conference out there.
Yes.
Yeah, we're having a big summit out there now.
And while we have the opportunity, real quick, I'd like to thank some of our sponsors. We talked about Bank Motors. Bank Motors, glad to have them for the halftime show. Dana Banks and all the crew doing a tremendous job and keeping great deals and great Cardinal fans right there at Banks Motors.
They still have the flag that they fly.
The big old flag.
It's an outstanding flag, isn't it? I've always loved driving past there, and you see that the Cardinal Pride flag.
And then we talked about the great folks of Oak Star Bank here in town. Of course, looking at a new location right down about 10 months from now is what I was told over there for Oak Star Bank and Jim and all the crew. And offsetting, so it's coming back. I don't know what the conversion.
Yeah, I don't know why it took them so long to talk that one over. They made that original signal. They've got to bring it back all the way, though. They're going to put it at the 20 this time, or excuse me, the 30. So right at the 30 to make it down in distance. I don't think will change, though.
No, it should be
original line.
That was the original. Yeah, the line. There was a 5-yard penalty with brought it up was a legal substitution.
Right, that brought it to the 25. Yeah.
Or to the 30.
35. Yeah. So back to the 30, the 1st and 5. Clock is rolling here, so they're taking their time to get up to the line on this one. Play clock is still manageable, though, at 14. They're going to go up under center, and they go first man through on the fullback dive and pounding his way for big yards over the 40 to the 40, about the 44, is their other tailback, Mahan, who's had another big gain, and really he's been one of those guys that's kind of been mixed in. He hadn't had as many carries as Sanders and Strong, but he's every bit as fast.
Well, J.P. Abernathy, the one on the stop on that as he come up from his position to stop that big back coming across. But it's 1st and 10 for Forsyth.
A gain of about 17, and he only needed 5. So out to the 45, new set of downs for the Panthers. Cardinals going to put 4 down linemen in the box. They go toss sweep right side to Strong, turns the corner, breaks a tackle, and he's got a first down, and he is all the way down to the Clinton 40 before they run him out.
One thing, too, they're going to the side that Lawson usually sits on, and he is out right now with the substitution, so that may be what they're looking at, too.
Yeah, I think so. They found something there, and that toss sweep, that's the second time they've run that play here on this drive to Strong, and, well, you got to watch out. You get him going, and he is a big, well-put-together, powerful back that has done some damage. I'd say he's probably coming up on 100 yards rushing tonight, if not already past it. He had 1 touchdown in the first half as well. They come up under center, 3 backs, misdirection. They fake left, back off the right. Strong with the carry, breaks the tackle at the 40, over the 35, and near the 30, up near another first down.
He's going to be just short. Going to be second down, probably about 2 for Forsyth.
Forsyth has that ground game working again here, getting those chunk plays that we saw in the first half. And Strong tonight, he's been good for about 5-6 yards of carry. They really haven't been able to slow him down too much. So the Cardinal defense bending here, trying to come up with a big stop. Now is the time for a turnover. 6:57 to go in the third, and there's some movement up on the line, and I think the Cardinals came across early.
They've been trying, the quarterback's been doing a great job barking out call and trying to draw the Cardinals off, and hadn't been very successful yet, but got a good one this time.
Yeah, they got him that time, so that'll move it up 5. And that will bring them up for the first, I believe. They haven't changed it down in distance stick, but yeah, they only needed a couple, so automatic first down for the Panthers. On the move again here. 3 backs in the backfield. They're going to go sneak up the middle, and it's going to be a nice gain over the 25 near the 20 for Creason.
Yeah, Creason gets down to about the 19 before he is brought down.
Be about a yard shy, so gain of 9 as King on the stop for the Cardinals.
Second down and a short 1.
We got whistles here now before this play as the white hat will come in there and he's just going to give him the first down. Okay, so that was kind of an odd signal there to come in that late and give the first down, but that is the case. So they give him 10 on the run now, and it's a new set at the 19. And everything has been on the ground on this series. They have not thrown a single pass on this drive, and they're milking the clock, too, as they give it inside. Strong cuts it outside, back in now, back out. Boy, he just weaves his way, and he's in for the touchdown. Boy, what a run for Strong.
Flag on the play.
Oh, boy, we got extracurricular here, Doug, as we have had somebody down on the ground and probably going to be a personal foul of some sort as multiple flags came out well after the play. And things may be getting a little chippy now We saw, of course, the offsetting personal fouls earlier in the drive. And they're going to sort this one out.
Now, if that goes against Forsyth, that was either way, it's going to be a selling foul.
Should be, right. Well, and I think it came on one of the blocks. Strong bounced it to the outside. There was a block there that was set, and looks like the official kind of trying to cool everybody down here a little bit. And we're going to get a personal foul on Clinton. Yep. Penalties obviously declined. Touchdown is good. And the touchdown makes it 34-13. So that was an impressive series for the Panthers, all on the ground, and Strong was just a boulder on that drive. He had the bulk of the carries and caps it off with about an 11-yard run, and now they'll kick the extra point.
Well, Strong is well named because he is a strong back coming out of that back.
Very impressive back. Yeah, he's probably the best back we've seen in terms of balance and downhill running ability this year. And just very solid all the way around. Is the extra point here on the way from Comer, and it is going to be good. So the Panthers take it down and answer the touchdown from Clinton, and it's 35-13. So the Cardinals still in it, but they have still a little bit of a hole to climb out of. 6:06 to go in the third. We'll take a timeout. Back with the kick in 60 on KDKD.
If you or a loved one is in need of skilled care, choose Truman Lake Manor. We're locally owned. Our daily rates are up to 50% less than what some of the big corporate care facilities charge, but our level of care is second to none. Residents love our outdoor courtyard, daily activities, and experienced staff that become far more than just caregivers. Truman Lake Manor, affordable living with people who care. 600 East 7th Street, Lowry City, Missouri, 417-644-2248.
Do you need medical care now? Golden Valley Memorial Healthcare understands that minor illnesses and injuries can happen at any time. Visit one of our 4 walk-in clinics in Clinton, Osceola, Warsaw, or Windsor to receive the care you need when you need it. No appointment necessary. Golden Valley Memorial Healthcare, dedicated to providing you the golden standard of care.
Spencer Edwards, Doug Neff, back with you here at Cardinals Stadium. Clay Radford on the camera tonight as well, and CY back at the studios. Glad you could be with us on week 3 on a cool, crisp September Friday, Doug Neff. And
CY's back there where it's warm in the studio.
He's got it made.
Got some coffee or chocolate going.
Yeah, he's got it made. So they enforced the personal foul here on the kickoff. So the Panthers are going to get to kick off at the Clinton 45. And he's still not able to get it into the end zone. He's going to kick it short. King on the return, Bulkey rather, running left and gets over the 20 near the 25. So short return on the play. So that followed a personal foul, of course, that was enforced on that. They elected to take it there. It was actually occurred on the play where Forsyth scored the touchdown on. Yeah. And they had actually elected to take that on that kick instead of decline it, technically. So now the Cardinals, who took it down and scored on their first series here in the third quarter, got it answered back as it's a 35-13 deficit, but still a lot of football left. Got to keep plugging away here. Still 6 minutes left in the third.
Jackie Winter, were they just talking about the trainer for the Clinton Cardinals, an employee of Golden Valley Medical Hospital. We're glad to have them along for a sponsor. They do a tremendous job keeping you healthy.
Zone coverage for Forsyth here on his first down. A handoff running left is Jace Olson out around the 25 there. Short gain on the play.
Olson cross looks like a gain of 1 before he is wrestled to the ground.
Clinton tonight has really run to that left side. They've really run off left tackle to that outside edge and kind of almost, I feel like, have tried to run away from Corrigan Strong, who we've talked about him, obviously a very talented running back, but a good linebacker as well. And I think he's going to move over to that right side now. If you're watching on video tonight, 2-7 out there for the Panthers is all over the place. He's going to come on a blitz here as Spear had to get rid of that one a lot quicker than he wanted to as Strong was bearing down on him and the pass incomplete.
He could hear footsteps for sure.
He could hear 2-7 coming around the right side there, and just kind of that awareness. Quarterbacks have that clock in their head that they've got to know I've got really so much time to throw this ball, and the timing was messed up there.
Usually about 3 seconds, and they say you better get rid of that ball.
That's right. And really, Clinton tonight, I don't know that they've given, I think maybe one sack I can remember. That came very early in the game. They have rushed him a few times where it's counted as what they call a quarterback hurry, but it's not like they've given up a ton of sacks in the game. So 3rd down and 9. 4 wide receivers for the Cardinals at their own 25. Spear back to pass. They're going to get some pressure on him again, and he's going to be sacked here. And I jinxed him, Doug. I just jinxed
You better quit that.
I got to quit it. I got to quit it. So that's a clean sack there and nowhere to step up in the pocket. And that was 48, I believe, on that sack, Doug.
Yes.
Is that Cardwell?
Sorry.
Yeah, his
Cardwell.
first of the night. So 4th and 15, tough spot to be in here, and I don't know if Coach Lefever's going to want to go for this one or not. They went for it early in the ball game, got close to getting it, have punted twice tonight. But
Jace King punted earlier and had a really good kick or Jace Olsen, excuse me.
Looks like they will go for this. 4th and 15 at their own 19. Spear, a little play fake, trying to step up and just know where to go. Well, now he gets rid of it, throws it backwards to Olsen.
Pass.
And Olsen's going to turn it upfield. He's got running room. Flag is out, and he's hit.
Flag's out, but he's got enough for the first down.
Yeah, I think he's got it, but we got to check on the flag.
Wow.
But he was in the grass. See, there's 2 things they could call here. They may call, of course, I don't know that I heard a whistle, so they may not have been able to technically blow that dead because they had him wrapped up. It's a holding on Clinton.
Cardinals.
Yeah, so that's going to wipe away.
From the point of so it's going to come back, but it's going to be 4th down, but they're going to have a gain on that because it was 4th down on a mile, so they're still going to be shorter than what they were.
It should be. Maybe they may have gotten 5 out of it. Hold came pretty well down the field, too. So that's a tough break for Clinton because Olsen, I think you're right, would have had the first down on that. It was a legal pass, and they didn't call in the grasp either.
That was a 15-yard penalty on holding.
Well, from the spot, from the original spot.
You're right.
From the spot of the foul, so to the 20. But they make it 4th and 14, and they will go ahead and still go for it looks like. They spread it out. It's Bulky in the slot on the right side. Olsen in the backfield. See if Forsyth brings some pressure. Play zone coverage in the secondary. 2 deep safeties. They bring 3. Spear back to pass, trying to step up in the pocket again. They're going to get the rush, and the sack is there again. So 2 sacks, 2 big ones there. And that is Josh Strahan on the sack.
And that was on a 3 or 4-man rush.
Yes. Yeah, they couldn't pick up a 3-man rush there. And, boy, they hadn't given up hardly any sacks, but they give up 2 right there at key times. And back-to-back fashion, Forsyth's defense comes up with a huge stop, and that also, of course, means they get the ball at the Clinton 15. So that's the risk you run when you go for it that deep in your own territory. And that's where, though, if you're Spear, you just got to throw the ball away as a last resort. But nowhere to go with the football for Logan. And that's where they played zone on that, and they took that deep ball away. So good defensive alignment with the 2 deep safeties for Forsyth as they're going to go toss sweep back to the ground attack as they pitch it off left side. Sanders cuts it in at the 10 over the 5 and dives towards the goal line. He'll be just short. They'll spot him down at the 1-yard line.
Looks like the 20 on the stop, Cole Heasted.
So first down run, though. Gain of 11. It'll be a first down and goal to go for the Panthers. And they score a touchdown here, and that might put it out of reach. It's going to be awfully tough here. 35-13 right now. Still 3:39 to go, but going to be a deal where Clinton's going to have to score awfully quick and have some turnovers as the ball pops out there. As the handoff was made, ball came out.
Creason covered.
And Creason did get back on it. Boy, Clinton was almost able to get that ball. 74 for Clinton. I was looking at 74 for Forsyth. That's Isaac Tennell on the stop. Almost had the fumble recovery as well. So that's a loss on the play. That'll move it back to the 6. And Forsyth's going to use some more of this clock, take it down under 3 minutes here in the third quarter. And they're going to use every bit of this play clock. Going to have to hurry a little bit. Down to 6 on the play clock, down to 5. Creason takes the snap, give is off to Strong, trying to bounce it to the outside, and is going to cut it in at the 5, and he
Stopped at the 5.
Got him down there at the 5. Yeah. Though late flag, and I think we got some more. Yeah, we got some more jawing, Doug Neff. I think there's some more extracurricular activity.
We're going to find out here pretty quick. They're getting chippy, and I know it's frustration on the Cardinals, but at the same point, you just can't have it.
That's right, and that's Olsen, I think, that made the tackle. Boy, that was a nice tackle by Olsen, too. And I'm afraid, though, if this is on Clinton, it'll be half the distance. Personal foul. Oh, it's on Forsyth. Wow. So that is big because that takes him way out of the goal line situation. It's going to make it a 15-yarder.
Yep.
So
takes him to the 20.
Wow. That changes things in a hurry there. So back to the
only bad part of that, though, Spencer, is it gives them room to work.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a timeout now on the field. Timeout Forsyth. We'll go ahead and keep it here with 2:44 left to go. So the time of possession battle, Doug, has been in favor of Forsyth in this third quarter. But what's weird is we had 2 early touchdowns, and now it's been mostly all Forsyth with the ball, but we haven't had any points out of the deal. So they've strictly just taken all this time off of this third quarter clock. I'd say, probably 3 or 4 minutes at least that they've had the football.
Yeah, they had the opening drive, went down and scored.
Yep.
And then, but they're eating clock.
They're eating clock now. Yeah, this is where even if you hold them out of the end zone, they've still taken a decent amount of time off on the drive. So after the personal foul on Forsyth, they'll have a third down and forever here, third and about 20. And they did have a first and goal. Or actually, I should say it's actually technically third and goal.
Fourth.
From the 20.
Third or fourth?
Or third and goal from the 20. So option left. Creason pitches it wildly in traffic, but gets it out to Sanders, who has run out of bounds near the 10. Boy, that was a dangerous pitch by Creason. A Cardinal defender had him almost to the ground, and he pitched that ball way late.
Well, not only that, but he was close to the line of scrimmage.
Yes, and was nearly a fumble, but they get some positive yards. Actually, they're going to give him the 12. So it's now 4th and goal at the 12. And
it looks like they're going to go for it.
They will go, it appears. So Creason checking the wristband. They're going to send Strong out in the slot on the right side.
They're going to take the penalty.
And play clock, I don't think they're aware. Or they're not.
Timeout.
Yeah, they're going to take did they give him the time? Oh, my.
Yep. Timeout with 1 second left on the clock.
Oh, that was close, though. I don't know if they got that before the 1 came off or not, but
it was called from the bench.
It was awfully close. So they're down to 1 timeout now left in the ball game.
Hey, while we have the opportunity, I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors along for the 2020 season. It is Clinton Cardinal High School football action here on 95.3 KDKD. And that is Integrity Floors. We talked about them a little bit earlier. My wife's favorite place to go. And Hawthorne Bank and Dave and all the crew at Hawthorne Bank, tremendous fans of Clinton High School athletics and Clinton Cardinals. Glad to have them along. Doty, a legacy group, glad to have them. And Greg Smith Ford, Lincoln Mercury. If you have a Ford or Ford deal, looking for one, man, that is the place to go. Greg Smith Ford.
Think they've got some of those Ford Raptors down there, Doug?
You know what? I'm pretty sure they could come up with one.
They could. Yes, they could. Those are some good-looking trucks. Now,
that'd take you a week's paycheck to pay for it.
I think so. So
Atkins Printing, another one of our great sponsors. Glad to have them along. And Lincoln Community Care Center, and that is Coach LeFevor's favorite sponsor. And Troby's Maytag and Home Appliance. If you're needing refrigerator, freezer, washers, dryers, anything along those lines, Troby's is the place to go check out. Back to action.
4th and goal. Panthers will go for it. And 4th and goal from the 12 after they had the penalty. So they're going to roll it out, looking to pass. Creason fires into the end zone. Got 2 men there, and 1 makes the catch, but was he in bounds? And they say he was. Touchdown, Panthers. Wow. And that is the 9 making the catch of Colton Long on the reception, where they had 2 guys basically in the same spot,
area,
Doug. Yep. Yeah, and it almost led to an incompletion, but Long was the backside guy there and made that catch. Well, that was a nice pass from Creason on the rollout. So on a 4th and goal they're able to convert, and they make it a 41-13 lead.
Clinton, great pursuit on that play of Creason, and almost got to him, but Creason with the heads up to get rid of the football and find a receiver.
Pablo Comer to kick the extra point, but a flag comes in from the far line judge, and we got an offside on Clinton, yeah. So half the distance to the goal, and we'll see if they go ahead and just stick with the PAT, and looks like they will. They did try going for two early in the game, and they actually went for two twice in that first quarter, got one of them and missed one of those, but here they get the extra point right down the middle. And the Panthers, their second touchdown of the third quarter makes it 42-13. 2:31 left in the third. We'll take a 60 back with the kick after this on KDKD.
Hey, Cardinal fans. Oakstar Bank now offers Clinton Cardinal Visa debit cards. You can help raise money for our fighting Cardinals when you use your Oakstar Bank Cardinal debit card. Simply select credit to sign for purchases, and a percentage of each transaction will be given to the Clinton Public Schools. So stand up and show your Cardinal pride with your new Cardinal debit card from Oakstar Bank, located on North 2nd Street in Clinton. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Sandy with Integrity Floors. Have you been looking for that unique decorative item or that one-of-a-kind special gift? Well, we may have just what you're looking for. We have a large selection of vases, clocks, wall hangings, decorative tables and shelves, baskets, potpourri, lamps. You name it, we may have it. We've expanded our line of home decor, and we have something for everyone. If you haven't been to our showroom lately, come by and see us. That's Integrity Floors, 1806 East Ohio Street, next to West Lakes in Clinton. Integrity. Our name says it all. Come see us.
2:31 left to go in our third quarter here from Cardinal Stadium tonight. In Week 3 action, Forsyth able to get another touchdown on the board, a 15-yard pass play. Creason to Long as the Cardinals receive the kick. King on the return.
King, a good return.
And all the way to the 40-yard line, right up the middle of the field. So Clinton now, a little bit of desperation mode, I think, going to have to start going down the field to try to get this ball game back in hand. They did have it back to a 3-score game after they scored early in the third quarter, but now the Panthers have scored twice, opened it up here a little bit, and they've had one touchdown on the ground, another through the air.
They are definitely going to be missing the senior Tyler Lawson on that line.
Yeah.
And that's definitely making a difference, too.
Oh, no doubt. It showed up. Of course, we saw that last series. They gave up 2 big sacks there, and they were able to come through that line. They'd only given up 1 previously in the ball game and put them back in a tough field position. So now here the Cardinals start at their own 40, and they're going to go full pass formation here. 4 wide receivers set up on the right side, 1 to the left, and an empty backfield. And Forsyth going to bring 3. Spear over the middle. Pass is caught.
King.
And that is King on the catch to the 46. So kind of a deep cross there from King. And a nice gain on the play.
Second down, call it 4.
Yep, second down, 4 to go. 2 minutes on the third quarter clock now. And Clinton will set up here. And again, I think we'll probably see some hurry up too at this point. And sense of urgency, same set with 4 wide. And Olsen really close to the line on that right side. King on the left side. They go to his side there. Pass is incomplete, but flags come in, and I think we're going to get a pass interference on Forsyth.
Not for sure which one got him, but one of the 2 grabbed him as the ball was getting to him.
Yeah, definitely some contact. That was that same route. They came back to it there on the second down play, and it is pass interference on the Panthers.
Get the first down and stop the clock.
Yes, yeah, that'll mark them off across midfield there. And that'll be 10 yards from the spot all the way to the 39, Forsyth. So big penalty there. Cardinals up to the line, and they're going to have, looks like, Bulkey lined up at quarterback here.
Yeah.
So they got Bulkey back there. Empty backfield, just going to run a keeper around the left end. He's got all kinds of room to run. First down as he crosses the 30 and it to about the Forsyth 28. So that's just a design run off the left side. And Bulkey showing some wheels, but there was just nobody out there for the Panthers at all.
Nice thing from that formation is Bulkey actually does have a good arm, and he's got a good gun as far as he can throw that ball, but he's got some speed too.
So that was just a play where they bring him in for the run, and then they're going to stay with him. Looks like they're going to stay with Bulkey at quarterback. 4 wide to that right side, 1 left. Empty set again in the backfield. Bulkey will run again here.
Oh, wow.
Just a draw up the middle, and is going to be pulled down there at about the 25. So I don't know if Spear got hurt. He's standing over there on the sideline, or if they're just changing it up here a little bit. We'll see if Spear comes back. Coach Lefever's going to stay with Bulkey, though, it looks like, for the time being. 2nd and 8 coming up on a minute left in the third as well. Oh, is this Wildcat, you think? Going Wildcat, sort of? Now they put Abernathy back there. Clay Radford knows that because he's a Miami Dolphins fan, and he remembers the Ronnie Brown days when they would run the Wildcat formation down there in Miami. Look at Abernathy.
Abernathy going.
Shifty.
Hopefully he got out of bounds and stopped. Nope, did not.
Well, I think that's close, Doug. It's going to be very close. And I thought he had that initially, but that was a nice move to the edge to get around the corner. JP having a nice ball game.
Yes.
He has caught a couple of really nice passes, has run the ball pretty well on those end-around sweeps. That was a direct snap that time. So Clinton's changing their offense up, kind of the Wildcat old-fashioned, as they say, where you just kind of have a running back at quarterback. They've pulled Spear out of the game for the time being. Now JP's just going to run right off the pump fake, cuts it back inside, bounces off of the tackle, bounces left, still on his feet. And now trying to shake out of a couple more. Flag is down.
That's against Clinton.
And now he's piled up as they bring him back across the 30. But, boy, he's been exciting tonight. Every time he touches that ball, Doug, you feel like he can do some explosive things with it.
Illegal block in the back?
Yeah, I don't know. This could be kind of interesting. That occurred right there as he bounced out of that tackle. So I'm not sure. I almost thought initially it could be a face mask on Forsythe. But we'll see here. It's going to be yeah, you're right. Blocking the back on the Cardinals.
Yep.
Yeah, and that happens when a guy changes field like that real quick. You see that a lot of times. So
and that lineman was trying to do what he could to help.
That's right.
Exactly
right. Yeah, trying to help his guy out there, and that happens when they're quick on the reversal, and they caught him that time. So back to the 30-yard line after the penalty. And that makes it a 3rd down and 13, and still 4.2 on the clock here in the third quarter. So Clinton's going to go ahead and let it run out. So after 3 here at Cardinals Stadium, the Panthers leading this one 42-13. We'll go to the 4th when we come back after this on KDKD. You're listening to Cardinal Football.
If you're thinking about a home purchase, now's the time to get pre-qualified for a home loan. Hawthorne Bank Loan Officer Andy Engelhardt explains.
We've been at it a long time now with that fixed-rate mortgage in town, and now we're all in the mortgages as well. We're beefing up our employee staff here to take care of some more families as quick as we can, and we've got a lot of folks that are trusting us to help them for the 2nd or even 3rd time. It's a very exciting time.
Yeah, it is.
And I still enjoy putting them together and finding the best solution for who comes to see me, because we're here to help them.
Right, because if you can't get along with Andy, you can't get along with anybody.
And everyone in Hawthorne would do the same thing.
Absolutely.
It takes a lot of people to make that mortgage work.
Right.
And I think that's what your hometown bank can do for you, because we're here to help them.
Well, and you just hit the nail on the head, Andy. It's the hometown bank.
Call Andy. He'll help you finance your dream home with a mortgage from Hawthorne Bank. NMLS MLO, number 450138. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
And welcome back. 4th and final quarter here for Clinton Cardinal High School football. Doug Neff and Spencer Edwards on the call, getting ready for 4th quarter. Well, Spencer, 12 minutes left to play. 42-13 is the score, as with Forsythe in the lead, but Cardinals still in this.
Yeah, I think you just got to keep fighting. You know, a 29-point deficit here, but it almost feels more competitive. I mean, strictly from the standpoint of Clinton scored a couple times, and, they had it back to 3 scores. They did have a couple miscues. You had the penalty on the series here in the second half. You had a fumbled snap. You had a fumbled hold on a kick. So those were points that were taken off the board. But you just got to keep fighting here till the end and see where these last 12 minutes lead you. It looks like they go back with Spear at quarterback as well.
Spear back in. Wildcat is done for a little bit. Jumping off sides is the Forsythe Panthers. Give them a little taste of their own medicine on that call. So they are ready to roll.
But I really like the way they have moved the ball tonight with more consistency. We've seen plays being strung together as opposed to just one play in a series, and then you go 2 or 3 without moving the ball. It's been consistent tonight. We've seen really good things from JP, running and catching. King's had a nice game catching the ball as well, and Olsen's had a decent game also.
It is. Snap is away in the shotgun. Spencer looks down, or Logan Spear looks down, finds Olsen. Olsen with the ball, wrestled out of bounds. He's going to be close to that first down for Jace Olsen.
And that's where Jace is so good out of the backfield catching the ball. I mean, he just doesn't miss a beat when he comes out like that, and then you kind of try to sell it. You say, well, he's not going to come out of there, and then you kind of tiptoe around that edge, and he leaks out in the flat, and that's a nice pass to him by Spear. And that's just one more option that a defense has to account for. You know, when you've got to worry about the running back as a receiver, that makes it a lot tougher on the defense.
4th and call it 2 for the Cardinals. Ball just inside the 20 at the 19 as they set up. Got to get this away. Can't afford to take the penalty. It is handed off Olsen. Olsen finds some room. He's going to be close. Depends on the spot this time. Looking to see where they're going to spot that ball. Nope. They said he's just a hair short.
Wow. Not by much. Not by much at all. Boy, Forsyth's defense, they've had some big stands in the second half. We go back to that other series where they had 2 big sacks. You know, that was, I think, when it was still a 3-score game. That was early third quarter. So their defense has come up with some pretty good stops when they've needed them, and they're in a good position right now in this game.
Man, that was really close. I'm telling you, it was almost worth measuring.
Yeah, I almost thought they were going to measure that too, but we've only seen one of those tonight. Cardinals came up on the short end of that one.
It's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Panthers. Panthers take the snap. It is the 19 this time going through. He is brought down from behind. Met there by the 3 of Jace Olsen.
Yeah, Mahan in there again with that carry, and he's kind of been their third back tonight. Primary guy has been Corrigan Strong, who's up over 100 yards rushing in the contest, but they mixed him in a little bit with Sanders. But King making a tackle there in between the tackles, which is where the hardest place is when you got those linemen crashing in and you got the linebackers coming in from the backside as well.
Going to be 2nd down, call it 2. For Forsyth. Forsyth now under center. 3 men in the backfield. Man in motion. Takes the snap. That is Strong. Strong with the ball across the 30-35. He is wrestled out of bounds by Jace Olsen.
Yeah, Strong, another good run there. And, you know, again, he really has not been slowed down tonight. I think he's probably up around 8 or 9 yards a carry. And it just one of those guys tough to slow down. He runs downhill. The only thing I see where he needs to get better at is moving that ball to his right hand. When he's going towards the sideline, I noticed that time he kept the ball in his left hand. He needs to shift that ball to the right side, so if you fumble it, it goes out of bounds. So that's one of those, the running back coach, I'm sure will get down there and say, hey, need to work on that a little bit.
And his snap this time. Pitch back to Strong. Strong breaks through the tackles.
Yeah.
It is Ernie Neal. Neal on the open field tackle of Strong, and a great job as he gets into Cardinal territory and to the 44 of Clinton.
He's the best running back we've seen, in my opinion. I mean, in the first 2 games, there's no doubt Corrigan Strong is just solid all the way around. And that time he did change the ball to his right hand, so he did the perfect thing there on the cut, and that's, 15, 16 yards again on the run, but there's a penalty down here. It's probably coming back, I would imagine.
It is holding.
Blocking it back.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's coming back there. So, and again, that happens because that's a quick cut. I mean, he makes that cut, and it's like, well, your lineman, I don't need you because I'm just going to make the cut. But it's like, look, I'm trying to block for you, and you can't. If you make that quick cut, it's like I can't not block the guy in the back.
Yep. So good thing for the Cardinals, but it's still 1st down and a long ways to go for Forsyth. It's a good time for a stop by Clinton.
Oh, I thought they got back across there, but I don't think they're going to give it to him. I think they said they were across. I think that should be offsides on Clinton. We'll see. Yep. They've had a few of those tonight, too. The linemen have just been a little antsy, and I think Coach Lefebvre will work on that. Coach Lefebvre, of course, was a lineman in high school when he played here at Clinton, and he knows the technique. So he's going to be in the film room with them. Say, hey, you got to watch the ball. Don't listen to the quarterback on that. That's the mistake you make on those types of plays, is you get caught listening and you just watch the ball, and that's how you know when to break. And that time they didn't.
Man under center, takes the snap. Now looks outside. Oh! Ball hits the ground, picked back up by Strong. Strong still on his feet, way back. Flag flies. He's still moving.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, mercy.
Across the 40. But again, I think this is going to be the block at the back coming up against Forsyth.
Yeah, he ran forever on that, reversed his field, twice on that. And then, I think you're right. It's going to be back there right around the 21, yeah. So that's the second time. Boy, he's winded. Look at him. He's down here on the sideline. Poor guy. If Clay can get a shot of, he's been running all night. A guy probably has up around 200 yards rushing. So he's like, look, I need a breather. So they're going to back him up on that. But that's an obvious call. That's one of those where the official almost threw the block, too, on that. He had to get out of the way.
Marching them back deep in their own territory on the 12-yard line. First down, about a mile to go. Got to get just about midfield for the first down. It is the 11. Under center, that is Creason. Creason looks in, man in motion, takes a snap, hands off, this time through, wrestled to the ground. Great job by Clinton, 13, Jace King. Or Matt Balke, excuse me.
He was brought down by number 13, Matt Balke.
Balke on the stop, brings up second down. Gain on the play, went from the 11 to about the 24. But still a long ways to go.
But their running attack has just chewed up a ton of clock, too. That's the other thing when you have an effective ground game, is it leads you to dominate the time of possession battle, and they've done that.
Oh.
Wow.
Head on.
Wow.
Meeting him there as another flag flies.
Boy.
That was the 28 on the stop. That was Cameron Mertz.
That was a collision there, and they may call helmet to helmet here. I'm almost wondering if they're going to say the running back lowered his helmet in on this. Which I don't know that he did, but they're going to, if they're going to call that an illegal hit in terms of him lowering the shoulder or lowering the head and leading with the head on that, we'll see.
Well, we're going to find out here pretty quick. Of course, you're listening to Clinton Cardinal High School football action on 95.3 KDKD.
No, just a sideline
Clinton,
warning.
Missouri. A sideline warning again against the Cardinals. So it is going to be, was that a 5-yard penalty?
5-yarder, yep. Yep.
Tacked on to the end of that play. So it's going to be third down and about 11 now. Creason looks back, finds a man, got him open, but he heard footsteps as the 53 was coming his way of Caleb Smith. Smith has had a great game tonight.
Yeah, Smith was putting a heat on him and forced him to get rid of that. And like you said, they had the guy there, but it was all messed up on the timing because of the heat from Smith. So they're going to punt this ball, and I think this is the first punt tonight for the Panthers.
I think you're right.
And
It is fourth down for the Panthers.
I think there was some confusion there on the down. And it was fourth on that, they do say. So 4th and 12, and they will, it appears, punt for the first time here tonight.
Deep to receive for the Cardinals. Looking to see who it is.
I believe it's King.
Oh, he hit his own man. Picked up by the 4. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Didn't know you could do that.
Wow. Wow. I've never seen that, Doug Neff.
I understand hitting your own man. Didn't know you could pass the forward pass out of that, but.
Blocked by his own man. A punt that was blocked by his own man. Wow, you just do not see that. Just punted it right into the rear end.
Yeah.
I mean, just.
I'm not so sure he didn't hit him in the helmet.
I think he did, too. I mean, just was right there, and the timing was all messed up, and it works out for Clinton. Somehow he got the ball and tried to throw that, too.
I've never seen that.
I've never seen that.
I know you could run it, but I know you could pass it.
I've never seen a punt blocked or punted right into the back side of the same team. Have not seen that. What's the old saying? You think you've seen it all until
you don't.
Till you don't. Yeah.
It is Chase King, first down for the Cardinals. Loses a little bit of yardage on that. Going to be second down. Call it 13 for Clinton, back at about the 40-yard line. Check that. They're going to put him at the 39. So a loss of 2 on that play by King. Or Olsen, excuse me. Second down, call it 12 for the Clinton Cardinals. Ball on the 39-yard line. Spear in the shotgun. One man in the backfield with him. Twin receivers to the left, twin receivers to the right. Snap is away. Low snap. He picks it up. He finds Olsen. Olsen and nowhere to go. Going the wrong direction as he was stopped by the 19.
Carter Mahan was not fooled at all there. Strung the play out perfectly. And, Olsen's good at that little 5-yard leak out play out of the backfield to make that catch. But that's where you've got to make one move to get around the guy when you're running that kind of a play out of the backfield. But, man, he was not fooled. He was all over it. That's just a good read. And they've made those reads all night long on some of those dump-off passes. It's been tough for Clinton to get that screen game working or that little dump-off pass out of the backfield to go for big yards.
Third down, just over 20 for the first. Snap is away. Spears under pressure. He'll go down in Cardinal territory.
5 sacks now, and we've seen him pile up in the second half, Doug. There's been 3 of them that have been tough sacks for Logan because he's trying to step up, and it's just the pocket's collapsing on him, and there's just not a lot you can do with that football. So that's something you've got to get better at up on the line. That pass protection is always a point of emphasis each week.
Again, though, you have lost probably one of your senior linemen, Tyler Lawson, out of that.
Is a big, big loss, yeah. Yeah, hopefully he's able to go next week. But yeah, and that's the thing for continuity. Anytime you lose one guy on that line, it can be tough. It can be real tough.
It is going to be fourth down, a mile to go. They take the snap, look downfield. Go, intercepted. And luckily, stepping out of bounds was the Forsyth defender.
Yeah, somehow his momentum carried him out of bounds because he would have had a touchdown had he been able to stay in bounds and tightrope the sideline. There was nobody in front of him, but that was just miscommunication there. That route was run about 5 yards deeper than where Logan threw that ball, just underthrew it. So
bad part about it, if he would have put that on where his receiver was at, he had nothing but green grass.
He did, Had he got it over the top of the corner there that made the pick, it would have been a big yard play for Clinton. But unfortunately, was not, and that's been kind of the bugaboo for Clinton here in the second half. You've had a couple turnovers, you've had a couple key sacks, and that's kind of thrown them out of rhythm. And Forsyth, you combine that with the ability of Forsyth to run the ball as effectively as they have tonight and take all that time off the clock. It's just been too much to overcome here in the second half for Clinton.
Well, we talked about our sponsors. A couple of them we didn't get to. Heartland Hospice, of course, when you need continued care for your loved one. Don't forget Heartland Hospice here in the Clinton area. Also, Truman Lake Manor. Again, when you have the adult needing care, short-term or long-term, Truman Lake Manor is a place to go. And Golden Valley Medical Hospital. And the trainer here for the Clinton Cardinals, of course, member of the staff from out there at Golden Valley Medical Hospital. We're glad to have them along for the 2020 season.
Doug, and those trainers, they put in a lot of time, and folks don't always get to see that. They're just top flight, the folks over there at Golden Valley, and what they do with the student athletes in terms of the medical attention. And that's for all sports, not just football, but they're there, and, they're just great when it comes to helping kids through injuries.
Creason going downfield. He hits his man. If he'd have hit him in stride, he'd have been down, but he had to turn and come back for that ball. So it's going to be a first down. Well defended.
Yeah, really was. And Colton Long on that catch, I believe. He's had a touchdown earlier in the third quarter. But, yeah, that's a walk-in touchdown if he puts that ball on the numbers. But, kind of surprised they're throwing the deep ball there at this point in the game. But they're saying, hey, we're wanting more, so you got to stop us.
Creason under center. Again, that three-man backfield for Forsyth. Takes a snap. Lines through the 19 across the 5. He is wrestled down. Grabbed by the ankles. Looks like the 28 of the Cardinals on the stop. That is Cameron Mertz.
Yeah, just the consistency tonight, Doug, with which they've run the ball, I've been very impressed with. They've just been able to really establish the run. And, there's just been maybe 1-2 plays where Clinton stopped them for a loss. Otherwise, 5, 6, 10, 12 yards on the carries tonight. The running game has been ferocious for Forsyth.
Stopped in the backfield. And the quarterback down. Brought down by the 50. That is Cohen Bramall. Jackson Malloy, the 60 on the stop.
Nice play there by Jackson, and one of the times they've been able to fill the gap, although they've primarily run the ball to the outside tonight. It's been more so to the outside edges of the line, not so much in between the tackles. That Forsyth's running game has been towards the edges more so. Here they're going to go back inside.
That's going to be a touchdown for Forsyth. Right up the center.
Right up the gut. Buck Sanders, second touchdown for him as well. So they've got Sanders and Strong both over 100 yards rushing tonight, and both of them have 2 touchdowns as well.
That will make your score 48 for the Panthers, 13 for the Cardinals. On for the extra point attempt is Carlos. Or Pablo, Pablo Comer. Offsides again down there.
Yeah, that's the second or third time, isn't it, where they've been offside on the kick. So another opportunity where it's half the distance, but they'll still kick the PAT.
Pablo Comer on to attempt that point after. Snap is back. Kick is up. Kick is good. Splits the uprights. That'll make your score 49 for the Panthers, 13 for the Clinton Cardinals. We're going to take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Clinton Cardinal High School football action on KDKD.
When you hit that critical time of life, considering what will happen with your estate when you're not here, we have more than 30 years of experience helping others make those decisions. When we say call us at Doty Legacy Group, the key word is legacy. It's all about taking care of you and getting it to the next generation the best way possible. Call us at 660-885-8835.
Well, how about that? They just got it out of the beauty shop. That's a 2020 Colorado ZR2, Howard says. These crew cab four-wheel drive. It's got 1,800 miles on it. That's right, Deb. 1,800. Local truck right here in town. You need to come out and take a look because it will not last.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action here at Clinton High School. 49 for the Forsyth Panthers and 13 for your Clinton Cardinals. Set to kick is the Panthers to kick off to the Cardinals. Spencer, we're going to see what the Cardinals can do with this ball this time. Actually, a fairly deep kick going to the up man. 25, 30, 35 coming across. I believe that was bulky, but we're going to check. Was it Olsen? Yep, Jace Olsen. On the return. Gets to the 37 before he is brought down, so a good return by the Cardinals.
Yeah, good return for Jace. And, again, you just work on some things here. Obviously, the game out of reach, but you just got to continue to improve, get ready for Pleasant Hill next week, which would be another tough one back in conference play.
In conference, that's right.
I think I believe it'll be conference play from here on out, isn't it, for Clinton?
Yes.
This will be our last non-con game. Of course, tonight originally was supposed to be Holden, but so yeah, you just got to keep doing some things and looking for some improvement. And again, this is a point in the game when the coaches are still watching, how the kids play.
New individual in it. That is Caleb Russell. Russell, the sophomore, takes the takes the ball and gets about one before he's brought down by the Panthers.
But I think tonight, Doug, the thing to take away really will be you saw more explosiveness. I mean, there was some things there from the offense with J.P. Abernathy. I mean, he really stands out because those jet sweeps, you could tell, he was running with a purpose. And those are the kinds of plays that Clinton's going to have to find ways to continue to build off of. And those are the plays you eventually want to score touchdowns off of. It's one thing to have big gains off of those types of plays, but those are home run, explosive plays that you need to be able to put six up on. As opposed to just, 15, 20 yards.
Oh, great pass and catch by the 15 of Jace King, and he is wrestled to the ground. Spear almost got hit, got rid of that ball, found King downfield, and a first down for the Cardinals, and they're back in life.
Outstanding play, and that's a nice job by Jace. And you can tell Jace, each week he's getting better as a receiver. We knew going into the season he was going to be the number one receiver primarily, but I think by the end of the year, King is going to really have it figured out in terms of route running, and he's good at catching the ball, knows where to have his hands in the right position, and that was a good job by Logan, too, getting rid of that ball just in time.
About a 32-yard pass and catch. This time hand off.
Yeah,
it is Bulky.
Bulky on the keep, and they have gone back to this. And this may be something, Doug, to watch early in the next few games to see what they do at the Wildcat if they keep this system.
Nine, the gain on that play. Good job by Bulky.
This may be something Coach Lefebvre maybe wants to experiment with here, which he's clearly doing that in this game to see kind of, moving the Wildcat in and out in terms of bringing in a guy that can run and throw, where Logan is more of just your thrower. So it may kind of turn into kind of a two-quarterback system.
Bulky takes a snap, hands off Olsen. Olsen across the 25. He's got the first down.
Hand off to number 3, Jace Olsen.
Should have enough for a first down. Looking for the spot and looking for the indication now.
Gonna put him down a yard short, looks like. Or nope.
First down. There we go.
No, there's the first down.
I was going to say.
Another late call, but eventually they got around to it.
Well, they're letting that clock run, and I don't understand that.
Yeah, they've got to be able to give them the first down call way earlier than that. That's the second or third time that they've done that late.
Low snap for Bulky. Bulky looks to the sideline now, trying to avoid contact. Still does. Still on his feet. Brings it back across the field. This time he's got a gain, but a flag on the play.
Yeah, maybe our blocking the back again.
Yep.
We've seen how many plays have we seen tonight, Doug, where the guys have run multiple cuts to the right, left, go back, reverse their field a couple times. We saw that with Strong for Forsyth. He ran around for a while, and Bulky, though, great athleticism, but I'm afraid this is coming back.
Gain of 2, but I'm afraid it's going to be a loss of a whole lot.
Yeah,
holding is going against Forsyth.
Defensive holding. That's a call you don't see very often either way, is defensive holding, but especially on a play like that where, you're expecting a block in the back or a hold on the offense. But so that'll tack on some more.
Yeah, it's going to say a gain of 2, and then we're going to see how much more we're going to get. Should be another 10, enough for a first down for the Cardinals. First down for the Cardinals.
To the 14, looks like, too.
Yeah, so first and 10, ball on the 14-yard line for Clinton.
Not quite first and goal just yet, though.
It is Spear back in at quarterback. He's got Jace Olsen back there with him. Single receiver to the right, twin receivers to the left. Spear looks in, takes the snap, hands off King. King tries to get to the outside, still on his feet as he is almost brought down. Now, will and determination gets him about a yard out of that before he is finally wrestled to the ground.
Forsyth kid says, hey, I've got the ball right here in my hand, but they already blew it dead, I would assume.
Looks like a gain of about 1.
Yeah, Cardinals under a minute here, so going to have to hurry to get maybe one final touchdown to cap off this ball game.
It is going to be Jace Olsen once again.
Yeah, they'll take a timeout. Yep, they've got 3 left, or now 2, but they had 3. Official pointed the wrong way there. Timeout, Clinton.
Little official dancing. We'll just leave it right here.
Yeah.
40.9 seconds left to play in this ball game. 49 for the Forsyth Panthers, 13 for the Clinton Cardinals. Cardinals knocking on the door as they have is it third down? Yep, third down. They say 5 on the board. I'm saying 3. Long 3, short 4.
And if Clinton can score here, you get to 20? You can get to possibly 21. So that would be what they had in the first game. I think they got 21 on the board against California in Week 1. So that's where next week you want to shoot for maybe breaking that, get over 20 points or over 21 points if that's what they finish with here tonight.
As they get ready to roll here. 40 seconds left to play in this ball game. It is going to be Spear at the quarterback position with Jace Olsen in that backfield with him. Spear looks in, takes the snap, hands off Olsen. Olsen up the gut. He is stopped. No gain or a gain of 1 on the play. Timeout called by Clinton. They'll have 1 left. Still knocking on the door, 33.7 seconds left to play in the ball game as the Clinton Cardinals now about the 5-yard line, Spencer.
Yeah, got an opportunity here, and Coach Lefevre using those timeouts. As they say, you can't take them with you, so you might as well use them all up. And
we've seen that in the first half. Towards the end of the half, we're looking to see what's going to happen here with the second half.
Yeah, they might be tempted to stick with the run here down on the goal line. They've had some positive yards with Olsen here, and to get him to cap it off. And Jace, he had a touchdown earlier, I believe, so he has one of the 2.
Yes.
He had the run, and then, of course, King had the catch.
And don't forget, of course, next week, as Spencer was telling you, we're going to be right here at home as the Clinton Cardinals hosting Pleasant Hill and the Roosters. And then on the road again, it's going to be Oak Grove. And the Oak Grove Panthers, and all the way north to the northern end of the conference. That is Excelsior Springs to kick off October. So we'll see how that comes around. Back on the field, 32.9 seconds left to play in this ball game. It is Spear at the quarterback. Shotgun takes the snap, looks downfield.
Oh, major pass interference there.
Will it be called?
Yeah, I mean, King just got decked. I mean, had no opportunity to catch the ball. So, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know why they wouldn't have thrown the flag there.
The only thing I can think is it was uncatchable.
Yeah, I mean, it was borderline. I mean, very, very close. But really, you had 2 defenders that hit King well before that ball.
Would have been nice if he was on his feet to determine if it was uncatchable.
Yeah, that forces him to take another timeout. So, you leave yourself with 14-4 on the clock. That's still plenty of time to take another crack at it here.
We have 14 seconds left to play in this ball game. It is 4th down. They call it 3.
I think one of the storylines, Doug, too, coming out of this game is certainly will Coach Lefevre stick with this kind of the 2-quarterback system where, we've seen Bulkey come in. We even saw JP take a couple snaps at quarterback or the Wildcat. And then, will he continue that? Because that's the thing. Logan is not real fast. He's not a mobile type quarterback, so that's where you want to maybe make sure you have a guy in there to run the ball if you get in those situations out of the quarterback position.
Snap is back, and that's going to be the ball game as they're just going to let the Clock continue to run. Near final score, it's going to be the Forsyth 49 and Clinton Cardinals 13. We're going to be back here in 2 minutes to wrap it up. You're listening to Clinton Cardinal High School football action on KDKD.
Atkins Printing would like the opportunity to enhance your business with their printing expertise. Atkins Printing is ready to take on all your printing projects, from letterhead and business cards to envelopes and flyers. If you can put it on paper, Atkins Printing can do it. Bring your next job to Atkins Printing, your new partner in business printing. Just give them a call at 885-5509. Atkins Printing, proud sponsors of Clinton Cardinal Sports.
During times like these, people are facing hardships in their day-to-day lives. It has become difficult for seniors to get the attention and care they need at home. At Lincoln Community Care Center, we know just how difficult these times can be, and we are committed to providing you with the quality care you need. We offer a safe and welcoming environment filled with highly skilled staff. If you or a loved one find yourself in need of attentive care, come see us at Lincoln Community Care Center, where caring and kindness matter. 660